life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and do a podcast on the 35th anniversary of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you might miss the opportunity. So let's get the conversation started. Hello and welcome to LexiCon. It is Maddie.
Lexi.
Dylan.
And today we're celebrating one of my favorite movies from the 80s, 1986's Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which released 35 years and 2 days ago as of the date this podcast is going up. It originally released on June 11th, 1986.
Yeah.
I did not see it in theaters.
Nice to know.
I saw a lot of movies in the 80s in theaters, but I didn't see this one. But we'll get into that more in a minute. Before we do, I want to talk about something else that was very seminal to my childhood.
Yes.
I can't believe I bobbled that word.
It's okay.
I haven't had that much to drink yet, I promise.
We promise.
But that thing is Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
And more specifically, the Masters of the Universe Revelations trailer that just dropped from the new series that's being done by Kevin Smith, Mark Bernard, et al.
Yes.
It looks badass.
Yes.
Yeah, it is a very
Can't
cool
confirm.
trailer, just the animation and what we get to see. But the fact they used I Need a Hero in the spot,
Yes.
come on. I saw this come up on Twitter, and Mark had retweeted Kevin's tweet of it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, I'll watch it really quick, and I'll show it to Dylan. And I open it up, and, you know, if you have a video on Twitter, it'll start playing, and then you open it up, and it'll just stay with it. And it was like halfway through.
Yeah.
And I heard like 2 beats from I Need a Hero in my headphones. I'm like, no way. I can't watch this without Dylan.
I had seen a little bit on Twitter earlier in the day and was waiting on y'all. And then I heard the song and I'm like, wait a second, they're watching the trailer.
Yeah, so it was... I would be down just from the trailer itself, but I'm amazed at how faithful it seems to be. I mean, plot-wise, I know it's supposed to be a continuation of the original series, so obviously they have to be fairly faithful.
That's cool.
But I was still surprised, and of course, I mean, again, plot-wise, it's hard to tell from a teaser trailer because trailers can be misleading. I mean, we definitely still have He-Man versus Skeletor for the Soul of Eternia, but beyond that, we'll see. But just the amount of characters and vehicles and accessories that appeared in the trailer, I was surprised at.
Uh-huh.
I mean, of course, you had He-Man and Man-at-Arms and Teela, Evelyn, Skeletor, Beastman. You also had Triclops, Merman, Trapjaw. You had Fisto was in there for a scene. You had Clamp Champ. You had Roboto, who was always one of my favorites. Fucking Clawful, the crab dude, was in there. I didn't expect that. You know, the Sorceress is there, of course. And then also, I know Stinkor and Mossman are going to be in it because they're in the credits I've seen, even though they didn't appear in this trailer.
Uh-huh.
Of course, Battle Cat was there.
Yes.
I assume. Well, we saw He-Man as Prince Adam, of course.
I was going to say,
I'm sure Battle Cat will be Cringer as well in some scenes.
I don't know how much we're going to see.
He-Man's robotic horse, Strider, is in there. When you see He-Man riding in like this cloak, like he's been off for a while and he's come back to save the day, or maybe at some point he's going to go off on a mission, but regardless, we didn't see the evil version of the horse because there's a good guy and a bad guy horse. I had both of them.
Wow.
And speaking of, like, nearly everybody and everything that appeared in this trailer, I had the toy version of, and still doing a lot of cases. Even the stupid Shark Tank is a thing, which, don't get me wrong, when I was a kid, it was awesome. But it was the kind of thing that I'm thinking, like, yeah, maybe it seems a little passe nowadays. You're not going to see that. It's fucking there. I mean, it gets blown up, but it's fucking there. And the Anklor vehicle, which is literally just a fucking dinosaur with the mace tail, and you, like, press a button and it springs forward to smash your enemies.
Yeah.
It's there, and it does just that. And, like, you see He-Man catch it and fling it. And, of course, the Buzzsaw vehicles, I had that. You see Triclops flying on this little jet ski-like vehicle, and what I'm pretty sure that is in the toy, and I'm sure it was in the cartoons as well. It was like a tank vehicle.
Yeah.
And you rode around that front piece, but it would detach, and the front piece would become a flying vehicle. And like the back end had like a little cannon that shot like these red plastic darts.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that was it. There's even one scene where Man-At-Arms had like the shoulder mounted cannon. I'm pretty sure I had a toy of that. It's just an obscure little extra set. It was no main thing, but I mean, just so much is there. I was amazed at that.
Nice.
I'm a little surprised we didn't see Zodak, Ram Man, Stratos, Mechanic.
So there are some that we haven't seen
on the good guy
yet.
side. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, there were a lot of Masters of the Universe figures. You know, Buzz Off. I think it wasn't Cyclops, Cyclone or something. He had like a blue and yellow theme, and he spun around because he made like tornadoes. I mean, there's tons more. Of course, we always just call them He-Man figures. Technically, the name is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. But
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
You know, there's Manny Faces wasn't in the trailer. Those are sort of the characters that I remember the most that didn't show up. And of course, I mentioned there's a couple that I know are in it, like Mossman and Stinkor, that we didn't see. Oh, Whiplash was in it because I went through and like was pausing to see different scenes. He's in it for about a frame.
Nice.
There's also a scene where the sorceress goes like Super Saiyan, and somebody's like holding her in a reverse bear hug, and she blows his fucking arms off.
Yeah, I heard that might be fake good, the fake Superman,
fake He-Man,
Superman, not
fake He-Man.
I don't
fake
think
He-Man.
in the toy and I'm sure in the original cartoon he was blue. So I don't know. It definitely looks robotic, whatever it is, because the arm is coming off, has like circuitry hanging out.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect to see, limbs torn off in He-Man. This looks bad. And I mean,
It looks really
don't get me
bad.
wrong, the fact that it's He-Man, which is one of the big four from my childhood, He-Man,
Yeah.
Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Star Wars. And of course, Lego too,
Yeah.
to make the top 5. And of course, there were plenty of other toys I love, like, Thundercats and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came along more for the 90s. But we talked about that all. In fact, our second episode.
Power Rangers.
We did our... Power Rangers was a little late for me. I was like 15 by the time Power Rangers came out. If Power Rangers had come out 5 or 10 years earlier,
You never tool
I'd have been all
Power
about
Rangers.
He got into it once you came around.
But He-Man definitely being one of the biggies from my childhood, I was definitely going to be into this. And the fact that people I'm a big fan of already, Kevin Smith and Mark Bernard, and have a hand in making it, that was going to make me into it. But having seen the trailer, I'm definitely into
You're
it.
100% here for it.
Super excited about this. Badass trailer. Hope it's going to be a good series. So much so that when it drops toward the end of July, I've already got that weekend show marked out to be our Masters of the Universe Revelation
Nice.
show. So look forward to that. Or if you don't like what we do, don't look forward to it. I don't know why you've listened this long if you don't like what
Facts.
we do. So.
I was going to say, you're talking about reboots, and you were talking about those hearses. Did you have a toy of She-Ra's hearse? I feel as though you did.
I had She-Ra, I had
What's his name?
Catra, I had a lot of the Horde,
Swiftwind.
Hordak and the big leech mouth dude and the furry, guy who looked more like Beastman did in the live action Masters of the Universe movie, and the Horde soldiers. I had a bunch of She-Ra figures. I don't know if I had the horse.
I'm going to look up a picture of the hearse real quick.
I don't remember having. I remember, like I said, I had the He-Man horses, which didn't figure into the plot that much as I recall, but I had them. I had the good guy one and the bad guy one. Oh, also speaking of, we saw Battle Cat in there. We didn't see Panther in there, who was like
Ooh,
Skeletor's
yeah.
version, who
Yeah.
again is not as iconic as Battle Cat, but with as much as we saw, you figure they're probably going to show up at some point. So super excited, looks super faithful, and like a really good continuation of the original, with a modern sheen on it.
Yeah.
We'll obviously have way more to say as more is released and once we actually see the series, but from the trailer, I definitely give it a thumbs up.
Real quick,
Yeah, I'm
I looked
excited.
up the pictures, and there's like 10 different hearses from She-Ra, but the one that I'm seeing that seems to be the hearse that I'm referring to, it looks like you maybe had a version of
I
it.
may have, like I said,
But like by the time I would have played with it, we didn't have like the pieces, the armor stuff.
I
for
had
it.
She-Ra figures and I had the Horde villains. In fact, some of my favorite He-Man figures were Johnny still plays with some of them. There was like a red bug-looking dude version, and then there was like a robotic version
Yeah.
where you got to like build them in all different configurations you wanted. And I think they were technically part of the Horde, which was She-Ra's villains.
Yeah.
Which, in at least in the original canon, Hordak was like Skeletor's master.
Yeah. We don't see
I don't-
Skeletor or anybody in the She-Ra reboot.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know if that ties in at all with the He-Man canon.
No, he's like the master of something.
To wait till the two reboots cross over.
Well, they were always in like different dimensions or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's like the first 5 episodes of the original She-Ra series were put out as a theatrical movie, which I did see in theaters with my dad. I think I saw it when we were in North Carolina visiting relatives at one point too.
Nice.
Which is appropriate because now we live in North Carolina, but
Very much.
maybe not. Maybe I saw it back home in South Carolina when we lived there. Regardless, but they put it out as a theatrical movie, and that's the thing. Like, I think the Sorceress calls He-Man to come help
Yeah.
Adora or something, but at some point Skeletor goes through too. But still,
Yeah, they got
She-Ra
some-
and the Horde and whatnot are in a separate dimension. But at some point, apparently, Hordak and Skeletor were together.
Yeah.
But they're not. They don't stay together and hang around and
Yeah.
Skeletor's
That was
great.
the disappointing thing about the She-Ra
Don't make
reboot was
TV
that we
shows
had like
together and
these
whatnot.
these dimensions and whatnot. We're like, oh my gosh, we could get He-Man. We never got He-Man. They never
I'm-
even mentioned him.
I wonder if it's even possible to have a crossover since the art styles are so different.
Not only that, but also our show ended. So
By the end, Adora did go back into the main universe.
And I wonder if
world.
I wonder if at some point if they do bring She-Ra into this, and if it does tie into that, I wonder if they just keep it 2 different canons.
yeah,
That'd
it'd
be
be
sick.
really awesome. But they did
It'd be
make
sick to
quite
have 2
some
different cannons
changes
or
to
bring it in
She-Ra.
It'd be like if
Yep.
both were going on at the same time.
You could almost get away with that too, so they take place in different dimensions, so that's why they
Yeah.
look differently.
Right.
I think you could play with that and have a good time. But look, let's get off that because we got 2 hours of prime 80s entertainment ahead of us. Ferris
Yeah.
Bueller's Day Off, one of my favorite movies from the 80s. Didn't see it in theaters. Wasn't really on my radar. I mean, to be fair, I was 6, fixing to be 7 when it hit theaters. But I was more into like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies at the time.
Reasonable.
And Star Wars, of course, which had finished its theatrical run, but anything sort of connected to that. My next door neighbor, Jerry, who was also my sometimes babysitter.
You had a next door neighbor named Jay.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess my next door neighbors were technically Diane and Choo Choo, but Diane's daughter, Jerry.
Huh.
and her son John lived there as well. But Jerry was my sometimes babysitter. She was probably like 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know exactly. You know, she's one of those people you have in your life where they're like a big part of your life at one point, and then they just sort of disappear from your life, and you never know what happens to them.
Because I swear I've never heard of this person.
And when you're young and they go out, you don't really think about it. You just go on with your life. But then 30 years later, you look back and say, oh, I wonder what happened to that person.
Right?
You know what show you watching right now?
Watching?
Listening. You're not standing at the window. Like, I wonder what happened to him.
But anyway,
that's
I
what
remember
happened.
going next door to her house because she wanted to show me this movie, and I really enjoyed it. It's been one of my favorites ever since. Interestingly enough, it's really the only John Hughes movie I ever saw from the 80s. I mean,
Nice.
to be fair, I think he did write Home Alone, but he didn't direct it, so I wouldn't exactly consider that a John
This is
Hughes
John
film.
Hughes?
Yeah, and I mean,
I did not
I've
know
never
that.
seen Pretty in Pink, I've never seen 16 Candles. I have seen The Breakfast Club, but literally
We just
2 weeks
watched
ago was
that,
the first
yeah.
time I ever saw that. So this was my John Hughes experience from the 80s. Also probably the best work Matthew Broderick's ever done.
Nice.
Some people might say War Games, but this is my jam. So without much further ado, we're going to get into it. We're going to give you a countdown for anybody watching along with us. We've got ours on Amazon Prime zeroed out to all zero, so as soon as we hit play, we're going in the movie proper. So whatever you're watching on, get past the initial ad, the FBI warnings, the previews, what have you.
Yeah.
Get synced up with us, and we'll give you a countdown. We'll go 3, 2, 1, play, and on play, we'll play. And hopefully we'll make some funny here.
Yeah. Well, let's
Yeah.
try.
All right,
Let's
then.
make some funny.
Here's the countdown for everybody watching along outside the window. 3, 2, 1, play. And we begin with the mountain of Paramount.
Look at that art.
Yeah, I
Everybody
realize this is
loves
probably
Paramount.
available on Paramount Plus. We bought it on Amazon. I actually do own this, but it's on VHS.
Yeah.
And I do have a VCR out here. We could have watched it.
Oh, wow.
WLS. Oh, it's the radio station is listening to.
Cool.
Reach the upper 70s.
Temperature. That's, you know,
That-
it's
that'll
been
get-
like the 90s.
Must be getting near
lately.
summer for because they're in the Midwest, and then, you know,
Yeah.
we're in the Southeast. It's gonna get hotter here than there.
True. I know in the, down in Arkansas, it's been up in the 90s. Like, that's just been the temperatures.
Dog.
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 What's the matter, dog?
Lol.
Genie fell down a well?
Lol.
Oh no, he's dead. Oh no, he's alive.
A little bit of stubble on the chin.
Lol. I'm gonna say lol to
I'm
everything.
gonna look up how old Broderick was because it wasn't uncommon, especially in the 80s and 90s and before that, for people who were much older than teenagers to play teenagers in movies.
Yeah. And sometimes teenagers play teenagers.
Yeah, and it's way more common now for people to play age appropriate.
Yeah.
I just
At least
I just started
closer.
typing Matthew Ferris.
You know, it'll probably give you the results you're looking for.
Okay, he was born in 62. So this is 80. It was released in 86. We'll just say it was made in 86.
Okay.
That makes him 24. He was 24 playing a 16-year-old.
Nice.
Maybe 17 because he's a senior.
Nice. That's not too far off someone.
I mean,
what see
he doesn't
today.
come off ridiculously old for the part like some people we've seen.
Yeah.
But he always did feel a little older than teenagers to me. Although, to be fair, I'm a terrible judge of age. I'm not very good at guessing somebody's age.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to be very good at guessing my age either, because people always
No.
think I'm younger than I am. In fact,
Facts.
I've actually been mistaken for my wife's son multiple times.
Yeah.
And Lexi and I get mistaken for a couple a lot when we go out, which is awkward
So
since she's my
often.
daughter.
I've literally had friends mistake us
But then
for
again,
that.
to be
and I
fair-
just sit there like,
To be
"You're my
fair,
friend."
that doesn't necessarily have to do with our age, because there's plenty of, May-December romances. So I don't know that they're assuming one of us is older or younger than we really
I have
are.
no idea.
And of course, we just saw Jennifer Grey off to do some dirty dancing.
Lol. That's what she does when she leaves school.
I think he overdoes the little
Yes.
you guy here a little bit. I mean, it seems
Yes.
to work on his parents, but so I guess
been doing this act
their
for like-
relationship is.
How will hold?
But I always felt like he laid that on a little thick.
Same. It felt
The character, not the. I'm not judging the acting. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's what the director wanted. But
yeah. I was saying that's caught.
didn't it look like she was going down below his eye line, and all of a sudden she's
I have no
kissing
idea.
his forehead?
I have no idea.
Weird framing.
But of course, y'all showed this to me the first time, just like a night or two ago.
If
Same.
one of you
Literally
guys were acting
yesterday.
like this, I'd really think you were sick. 'Cause I'd
You'd be sitting there like, "Are you fucking okay?"
Wait. You'd be surprised that acting like would too. We do that literally all the
We
time.
do it on streams all the time, totally.
That trench
You
coat
go,
in the
Ken.
background are gonna play.
Okay.
later.
What do you think I'm doing on Roblox? I kind of like the you know,
The
movie.
interesting
and
thing about
talking
this
to the
MTV
camera.
bit right here is this was not shot for the movie. That's literally an MTV spot from the time.
Nice.
That looks like something they would have made up to put in, like, that can't be. Yep, that's what
Looks
MTV
like
spots
MTV.
looked like in the 80s.
Yeah.
They like the robe game. I
Yeah.
always like the idea of a robe, but I never wear
Same.
mine very much. Well,
I own two.
Squirrel. I hope that squirrel got compensated.
Same.
But we got some nuts.
Well,
And he better appear in the credits.
What if they-
I don't mean to assume I hope they got compensated.
what if they put like some nuts in that spot? Like, here you go. You take the nuts. We're gonna get a shot of you real quick.
I mean, honestly, it was probably just dumb luck, but
Yeah.
like sometimes when our cats show up in our movies.
Yeah. But it worked out.
Carver. My dad used to have a lot of Carver stereo equipment.
Nice. I don't know much about stereo equipment. I know that one thing we have. And the fact that it's fun to mess
He's got the red phone in the background. He's got the hotline for the nukes. Ferris is so popular. He controls the U.S. nuclear arms supply.
You know, it would fit.
If we have to go nuclear, it's on Ferris.
It fits the character.
I'm surprised. You see him doing the stuff right here.
Kind of a
You
trophy.
just
Is that a
realized
basketball trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean that Ferris plays basketball?
I did at one point.
It doesn't really seem like the... not that he wouldn't play basketball, but it doesn't seem like the kind of person who would be on a team.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Seems like me. It doesn't really seem like...
He may have gotten it from
Not to say that he's
somewhere.
not a team player, that he's a loner, but it just doesn't seem like the organization and the rigid scheduling of teams would be
Yeah.
Ferris's jam.
He probably got kicked off at the team at some point after that.
He probably like won it from somebody playing cards.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's my guess, or took it as payment for his
Or someone
services.
gave it to him.
Yeah.
Any of the above. No, we were watching this.
How you like the dual shower head,
It's something.
where you can switch to the massager?
Yeah.
Donkashane, that comes up multiple times throughout the movie. Made famous by Wayne Newton, but Wayne Newton's version's not in this. I always thought that was weird, especially since they have the Beatles twist and shout, so they couldn't get Newton. But I'm not sure whose version they used. Maybe it was just more popular with John Hughes or whomever.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe there was a cover of it that was big in the mid '80s. I don't recall it. I don't remember from this movie.
Yeah. I was trying to say
I'm
what
with
to
Ferris
call
there. I'm not into isms either.
it. I was trying
Other
to say
organisms, I mean, they're fine for the most part.
I was trying to say that we were watching this, and I just thought, this is great. I kind of want to see Ferris not on his day off, though.
And here comes Ben Stein.
Fast Buell's day now.
I just want, like, a typical at-school teen drama movie thing.
Fast Buell's day.
Yeah. This is
That was really
no
aggro way that kid right there answered. Like,
Uh-huh.
teacher calls him once, and the second time, yeah, I'm here, man.
Yeah.
That's not exactly what he said. Very aggro answer.
My thing, I was wondering, what teacher calls a name that many times?
Yeah, calls Buell's name like 5 times.
That's an iconic moment in this movie, though.
Yes, but
They
still.
know Ben Stein, who plays the teacher, he worked in Nixon's administration. I don't know if he was a speechwriter, if he was in the but I know he worked for Nixon, which is already one strike against him.
Yeah.
And then when I took astronomy, I remember my astronomy professor was warning us about this one video that was very popular at the time that had really bad science in it, and I don't know that Stein wrote it or had anything, but he was featured in it. He was like the narrator or the host of it, so
Interesting.
sort of knocked him down a bit for me. But he's very enjoyable in his small role here. And I used to like the TV show Win Ben Stein's Money too, the game show that was actually Jimmy Kimmel's launching pad. He was the host
Interesting.
of it,
I like the plasma ball.
but not
Cool.
sure Ben Stein and I would get along in real life.
Probably not.
I like the dichotomy between the two friends. Cameron's all balled up, sick, like he's got the flu, and Ferris is just out.
Yeah.
Ferris gets a lot done in a small amount of time.
He
Let's say I
does.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
He's just moving, getting things done. Now he's out having, it's like 9:00 in the morning, if that, and he's already lounging out having his afternoon in the sun
Yeah,
in the
watching
morning.
this though, the entire movie, I just sat there like, how the hell did they do all that?
I like Cameron's house.
In
though.
time.
I know
Ferris
Ferris
is-
lives.
Oh, yeah.
Ferris lives in a very big house, and I'm sure it's very nice. But I like Cameron's house. It's built up like on a hill out in the woods.
Yeah,
Cool looking house.
I agree. Reminds me of a house down the road from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing is too. What if Cameron's really sick though? I know Ferris knows him and knows that he's a bit of a hypochondriac, but he could really be sick.
Yeah.
Even hypochondriacs get sick.
Yeah. I question some of the stuff between these two friends.
I'm not sure if Ferris cares.
Ah, he cares. To
I think
some
Ferris
degree.
cares. He's somewhat
In his
self-involved,
own
but I
way.
don't think he doesn't care about other people, especially his friends.
Watching this movie, we know that he cares.
Yeah.
I like the hair situation going on there.
Ted.
Well, I mean, his
It is
glasses
hat.
like, pull it back.
Yeah. The books. Let me see his mom at work.
Ed Rooney, the actor who plays Rooney.
Oh, yeah.
The actor who plays Rooney, he's in Howard the Duck too, which
Oh,
y'all
gosh.
have got to see that movie. It's bizarre, and he goes through some bizarre shit in it too. I don't want to spoil it too much.
He goes through some shit in this.
It's way more bizarre in Howard the Duck.
Okay.
You just got to. I think I did see Howard the Duck in theaters. I
Nice.
feel like we went to Pizza Hut or something afterwards too. I may be completely mixing that up with another time, but
But Howard the Duck and
I'm
pizzas?
99% sure I went to see Howard the Duck in theaters.
Nice.
And Secretary pulling pencils out of her hair.
I mean, I'd probably keep pencils in my hair if I could.
How many pencils you got in your hair?
I remember one time my hair had poofed up for some reason when I had some shorter hair, and I could put stuff in it. And I was just sitting there putting, like, my stylus or
We're
something
gonna talk
in there.
about putting shit in your hair around me.
I'm
Come
sorry.
on, be sensitive.
Oof.
Oh, come on, we're watching an 80s movie. Hair has to be brought up.
I like the old school computer he's got.
It's old.
In fact.
It is.
I bet couldn't run Minecraft.
Of course not.
Ferris, the 80s hacker, fixing to change his number of dates absent.
How does he know how to hack?
How?
How do you know how to hack in the 80s?
I mean, look, there was such a thing as the internet before the 80s.
Yeah.
It wasn't super widespread, but if it exists, there's got to be some way to get to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, this is fiction too.
Exactly. This is 80s, but fictional 80s.
Fast sets up like 70 things. Hacks.
I mean, he
and
at
then
least
goes out for like epic day out.
look. At least he's planned it out very thoroughly.
Yes.
He's like, if one thing goes wrong, there's something
Can anybody
to
tell what make of
cover.
computer those are?
Nope.
Are they IBMs or are they Apple computers? I mean, there's a good chance they're Apples.
I was gonna say I'd guess
Apple
the
was
Apple
pretty
II. No, was the 2 out back then? I think
Oh,
so.
yeah, by 86, I'm pretty
I have
sure.
no idea. Let's see.
But there's no...
Yes, it was released in 77.
There's no, there's a little bit of text down there on the box, but I can't read it.
Yeah. There's no super prominent logo like you see on computers now.
He's fixing to say he never took a lesson. Why does he have a fucking clarinet?
Because he wanted one.
Who wants the clarinet if you're not going to take lessons?
That's SpongeBob fan.
It's Fast fucking Bueller, man.
He's a time traveler too?
yeah.
Or,
Duh.
or he grew up to be the creator of SpongeBob.
Both.
Or the inspiration.
Both.
Not for SpongeBob, because he doesn't play the clarinet.
No.
And I wouldn't think Ferris was the inspiration for Squidward.
You know, someone
No,
probably gave
him
me the
and his friend, they inspired the SpongeBob and
Squidward Tentacle's
Squidward
Day Off.
and the Squidward dynamic. The computers
good,
were
buddy?
used in.
Don't bite too hard, all the ink will spill
Hey, now
out.
you're not going to be able to use it anymore. It's going to have slobber all over it. It's just,
According to
I
this,
don't think
it
he
is an
cares.
IBM.
come on. According to what?
I don't know. Whatever showed up on Google.
Google.
You're just gonna believe
Most
anything you
reliable
see.
source ever.
I just said according to this. According to multiple things I'm now finding, it's labeling it as an IBM PC XT.
Well, somebody knows what it is. I'm not denying that. I'm just
I'm
questioning
sure
your
somebody
source.
does.
I like the attention to detail with the drool puddle on the desk there.
That's a big bubble.
Facts.
Not anymore.
I just.
Why
Why do people even do that? Because now you've got gum stuck to your face.
Yeah, it doesn't usually stick.
Yeah.
You can usually pull it back in.
Yeah. Especially a bubble that big.
He goes through a lot of
pops
clothes
up
too,
again.
because he's already worn like 4 different outfits at home.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, he had the dress shirt and the hat on when he was playing the clarinet. Now he's back to this outfit.
Yeah.
Then he's going to go back to the dress shirt. Hey, that boombox shows up later.
Nice.
That yellow boombox.
Very
Uh-huh.
bright.
When we were watching the other day,
It's
I
the
noticed
80s.
it later. Yeah, it could
Oh,
be
yeah,
multiple
it's
people have it,
the 80s.
but later on they're going to be at a pool,
Uh huh.
and that boombox is going to be sitting there. Not necessarily that same one, but
Yeah.
the same make and model.
Nice. No, Dylan was talking about how bright it was, and I was just sitting here like, it's
Do you
80s.
like those airplane earrings?
I couldn't see it.
Right, if she
very
gets in a
well.
bad situation, she can just take off with them.
Guys, there's an entire website called starringthecomputer.com.
All right.
And it's claiming this as an IBM.
Look at the keyboard he's got. It even takes floppy disks.
Nice.
That's some
Floppy
high tech
disk
shit for the
keyboard.
80s.
Nice.
Is that an Elvis picture on his dress shirt?
Maybe.
I think that is. I've never noticed that before.
Versus an eccentric.
Okay, so he's on the payphone of the kids at school.
Uh huh. Why are the
Like,
payphones at
you
school?
can dial into a payphone.
Okay.
maybe not all payphones, but you could dial into a payphone if you knew the number. But I'm wondering, did Ferris dial up the payphone hoping to get somebody, or did they call him?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's also awkward when they're talking to him and he's making the sounds on his keyboard of vomiting and coughing.
Yeah.
It seems far away, and they're reacting to other things. It's a little bit of an awkward conversation.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, cough, sneeze. Oh my gosh, you're dying? Because you coughed and sneezed?
Right. But, what was that normal? Can you tell me?
I don't know if there were payphones in any of the schools I went to. We usually could use like the office phone if we needed to call home.
Exactly.
But, I mean, to be fair, I lived in a small town.
Uh-huh.
You know, and I only went to two high schools in that town.
Uh-huh.
But, well, the first school I went to was a private school that did all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade. So I didn't technically go to high school at that school.
Yeah.
But for all intents and purposes, I was at what was the high school.
Yeah.
I don't recall there being any payphones there. There could have been somewhere, but I don't think it's out of the question to have payphones in the school.
Especially since the big city.
Especially at this time, you know.
Yeah. I was wondering, because of course, payphones weren't
were
really
all
a
over
thing
the place
by
in my
time
childhood,
I was
so.
in school, you know.
Yeah.
And like you
And that
said, we could
reminds me,
use the
like,
office
And now
phone.
payphones are relevant.
Like by the time Maroon 5 did that song, like how many of Maroon 5's core audience know what a fucking payphone
I probably
is?
know a payphone because of that song.
Sportos, motorheads, geeks, sluts, bloods, wastoids, dweebies, dickheads. They all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
That's what I was saying, though, what you call it. Like you had said, by the time we were in school, you used the office phone, the teacher's phone. Eventually, most of us had cell phones.
Yeah. The only person who had a cell phone when I was in school was Zach Morris. That's Saved by the Bell reference.
Yeah. Nice.
I haven't ever seen Saved by the Bell.
But by the time I remember middle school, I had one of those phones, and everybody else was seemed to be sitting there with an iPod or
That's
something.
an
And I was just sitting
old
there,
mouse.
cool.
Here's Ferris using Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't think Microsoft Paint existed in '86.
Probably not,
Some
but
sort of
close
drawing
enough.
program. And he's apparently very talented with that too. He's had time to.
He's got a lot
maybe
of
it's one he's
talent.
been working on. He's just filling it in.
Maybe.
Because I know the boy gets a lot done, but damn,
There's no way he can have that.
I'm not
much.
buying he's gotten that far on that at this point.
Clay's doing Mario
It's
Paint with
possible.
the-
I mean, if
with
you
the
just do a
SNES
general
mouse.
outline kind of
When was
thing and
this?
color drop it.
86,
What was the SNES?
90. I think 90 is when.
Okay, so
90
yeah,
or 91.
Definitely not Mario Paint.
Definitely not. Definitely not Mario Paint. Definitely
Yeah, definitely not Mario Paint.
Definitely not. Microsoft Paint, maybe. Definitely not.
The mouse is in purple.
Whoa.
Or it doesn't have the purple clicker things like the SNES mouse.
Yeah, this movie came out the same year as The Legend of Zelda and Metroid. Although The Legend of Zelda didn't come out in the US until '87.
Microsoft Paint was released in '85.
So it could be Microsoft.
He's like, yeah, I've got the newest tech right here, Microsoft Paint.
I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, I'm calling it as Microsoft Paint.
Okay.
To be fair, I've never used Microsoft Paint. I know a lot of people joke about it, but I never really used it.
I've definitely
I literally
used it.
used it for the first time like a week
It
ago.
just never really occurred to me to draw on a computer, you know? Like, I wrote on my computer, I used Microsoft Word,
Uh-huh.
and I had, like, greeting card software, I made greeting cards,
Uh-huh.
but actually, if I want to draw, I'm just gonna get a pencil.
To be honest, I'm bad drawing on a computer than I am with a pencil.
Yeah, no, my thing is Microsoft Paint. That was my favorite thing to do on the computer when I was younger, Dad.
At our computer?
Yeah, the family desktop.
I don't ever recall
Before I
doing
started
that.
playing games. Before I knew how to work the internet on my own. I remember one time
Look,
I was someplace.
you ever driven a car? Sometimes you gotta get tough with the man.
Facts. I think
What is that, a Yugo?
our grandma was watching us or something, and I wanted to paint on the computer, and she had no idea how to set it up, so I sat there pointing at all the stuff, like, yeah, you go there, and then Dad said it's in applications, and et cetera, and et cetera.
We didn't just have a shortcut for it.
We may have. I don't think we did, not on the main
Guess
screen.
that seat
though.
must get cold since it's got a fur coat.
He's back.
But
Oh,
then,
he's doing
at
jumps
some
now.
point, I finally
He's-
figured out how to work YouTube,
punching.
and it's been downhill since.
Ego, the super
Do you
ego.
reckon?
and
Do you
the-
reckon Cameron's wearing of the Gordie Howe hockey jersey inspired Snoop Dogg in the early '90s hip hop hockey jersey craze?
Definitely.
Of course.
What's with hockey jerseys?
They were big in hip hop fashion in the early '90s. That's why I started wearing them.
What about Kev? Kevin Smith.
That was
Why did I
much
say
later.
Kev?
I mean, Kevin's literally a hockey fan, so
Nice.
it's not just. And I, you know,
Isn't hockey
I'm sure there are fashion
soccer on
elements
ice
to him
with
about
sticks?
it, but
What?
Isn't hockey a soccer on ice with sticks and a puck instead of a ball?
Maybe.
It's got ice skating.
I mean, trying to put a thing in a...
I love the way
Thing.
Sloan just knows it's for her before anybody says anything.
It was probably planned out.
She's like, Ferris ain't here. That's got to be for me. I wonder how many times her grandmother's died this year.
Right.
4 times.
Well, you could have 4 grandmothers.
Yeah.
Technically, you could have more than that too, if you're going to count great grandmothers, or if you get remarried, or if you just consider somebody, you know, close to you family. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's reasonable to have more than that.
You think
What
at
about
some
them all
point.
dying at one
Exactly.
time?
But within the same school year. Apologies to anybody who has dealt with that. This
Isn't
next
that
one is-
brooch that she's wearing? Isn't that like a logo for some jewelry store now?
I don't
The
know.
2 interconnected rings. That's what it looks like. It's 2
Prom.
wedding. It's 2
Oh, you-
engagement rings.
What are
Oh.
those trophies for?
I don't know. I know the 2 C's for Chanel.
Yeah, I know. I said jewelry company.
Yes, I know,
what a
I'm
I know the difference
thinking.
between a ring and a letter.
I couldn't fully see, and then you were saying rings. I'm like, I don't know.
What's on that cup?
You know, it's just a little
can't-
too
Why do you
convenient.
know what's on the cup?
If I'm Rooney, I'm thinking it's just a little too convenient. He just happened to call me right when I was thinking to call him.
Right.
Maybe I should.
There's a lot of.
Can I call you
convenience
back,
in
then
this
look up
movie.
the number? I mean, he could have done his job a little better, is all I'm saying.
I'm just saying there's a lot of convenience. Like Ferris not only thought everything through very thoroughly, but must have been paying attention and taking notes on how things tend to happen. Because he can sit there and be like, right now they're probably doing such and such. Also, these people are very predictable.
Well, he also needs to cover his bases. Like, okay, I just called in Sloane's dead grandmother, now I gotta have the father call before Rooney's gonna call. Like,
Yeah.
that would be an element of him being predictable. Or just covering your bases.
All
Reduce
of
the
the
corpse.
above.
I love that idea. I mean, just throw on a gurney, drag her bones up here.
I like this moment when they make him think
Uh-huh.
that it's legit, and he's sitting there realizing that, like, fuck.
Well, he assumes it's Ferris, as if Ferris couldn't have gotten somebody else to do it too. I mean,
Fact.
I feel like Ed's not exactly on the ball.
No. Not even close.
I like at first when he's like, "That's cool." Oh, I didn't know that. Takes him a minute before Cameron really puts on the anger.
Yeah.
He's on the red phone. He's calling the nukes.
Yep.
Oh no.
Was there an '80s
The
nuclear
nukes.
holocaust? Terminator's fixing to happen. Ferris Bueller, Skynet.
He's a dip for the fawn.
I mean Terminator.
Fuck of it.
I think Terminator's like '84, but still.
Eh. Did it take place in that year?
Yeah. For
Damn
sure.
it.
But not the apocalypse in Terminator doesn't take place until way later on.
Nice. Can I just say...
It moves around too. Apparently, they can't ever stop it.
Yeah, just
They
delay
can't
it.
stop Judgment Day. They
Which
just keep
completely
postponing it.
contradicts Terminator 1.
I know they should have stopped with the first one. Everything after that just ruins it.
Nice
I don't
to
care
know.
if you like the second movie and think it's a good action movie.
Can I say, not Ferris, the other dude whose name I'm failing.
Cameron,
No.
Principal Rooney.
Yeah,
Ed
him.
Rooney.
Appearance-wise, he gives me, Lupin vibes.
He was in that actor. I can't think of his name right now. He was in a lot of movies in the '80s.
Nice.
He's one of those who would show up in, like I say, a bunch of
Everything.
things. Like you have your character actors who would show up in like every sitcom of the time, and then you'd have certain actors who would show up in a lot of movies as well. Like Richard Mauser. He played the guy who played Stan in the It TV movie. Dill. Richard Mauser, the guy who played Stan and the grown-up Stan in the It TV. He was in a ton of things in the '80s and '90s. But that era, those decades run together to me to a degree. That's
It's just
my
childhood to you,
I guess I'm technically an '80s kid. 'Cause,
technically.
I went from basically 1 to 10 in the '80s.
Yeah.
But
Then
I
your
mean,
teen years were 90s.
Yeah, I really came of age in the '90s. So
Yeah.
really, I'm like an '80s through mid '90s kid.
Nice.
He almost slaps her on the ass there. God damn it, call me sir. Yeah, this is a funny scene where they're
Yeah.
all dead. They're running around the office.
Yeah.
Bueller. Ferris Bueller.
It's a nice
Fond
suit.
moment.
It's fine. Not
He
big
looks like a
suit.
nerd.
I wish it was blue.
It makes me think of Inspector Gadget. which Matthew Broderick played in the live-action Inspector Gadget.
I personally like a good blue suit.
Appropriately, Cameron has like the medical logo on his shirt since he's such a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that was intentional.
Probably.
I've never heard that. I wonder if there's a commentary on the DVD of this. If so, I'd like to get it.
I don't know.
You don't have to look it up right now.
Yes,
you can wait till we're not on the show.
Yeah, but I don't
always
have
have to
actually
look
to say
something.
about this specific moment. I've kind of already said it, so
Yeah. Oh no, he slapped him
I
in the
might as
shoulder.
well look something up to say.
What you can't you cover? Like, how am I going to cover it? It's going to sound like something totally different.
I just noticed Cameron's eyes.
Not that Rooney's paying
Very
any
nice.
attention, but
Blue, like everything else.
you probably could have said anything there and Rooney went, yep, good, whatever.
Probably.
Yep. I want you out front with your dick hanging out so I can slap it hard, Rooney. Yes, good.
That would have been interesting.
Okay, so Ferris
Situation.
kind of guilts Cameron into letting him take his dad's car.
Yeah.
After he's like, you did screw up.
Yeah.
What was Ferris's plan to get the car if that didn't happen? Or was he not going to get the Ferrari?
I don't think he was gonna get the
Oh,
call.
come on.
I
He was
think-
always going to get the Ferrari.
I'm probably.
I think his plan was just, I'm going to do this,
Just
and it's going to
whatever
work.
opportunity arises, he's going
Yep.
to take it.
Pretty much. Oh my god, the DVD's only $5.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there a commentary track?
I don't know, I'm looking that up. Haven't gotten that far yet. Let's see. Still have not made it there yet. Why does Amazon show
Did y'all
me
see
like
that
10
drawing in
things
the
first?
background?
Yes.
Who did that? Like, Ferris and Jeannie are both late teens. Neither one of them are doing that drawing.
No, Ferris probably did.
Maybe it's an old
Has it
one.
really been and we see Ferris has some artistic ability.
Maybe he
So
It was his
just
first drawing.
Have his parents kept that since they were like 3?
Look. He could have done it recently. We
Look,
know.
even on the fridge there's like artwork.
Okay,
Come
okay.
on. Look,
But
I
maybe
give you
that's what
guys
he does for
artwork,
his
but I don't-
parents.
Oh,
Maybe
come
that's what he does for his
on.
parents.
No, that's too bad.
That even for anybody who's
He may have done it. We don't know.
no, I don't. I mean, he may have done it, but he did it when he was 5, if that.
Done it recently.
No.
They have a nephew or something.
One.
Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink. Both are also $5 on DVD right now.
Yeah, I don't care about them.
Wow.
Hey, look, Breakfast Club's a good movie. The ending kind of ruins it, but I'll get into that on the Breakfast Club episode if we ever do that.
Okay. Literally, there's
Not
like
the
no
whole. There's just like
information.
one small part at the end of it that just fucks everything up for me. But I digress. We'll say that that's a teaser for the Breakfast Club commentary. We missed its anniversary though.
You can get Dirty Dancing on DVD for $4.
What does that have to do with Ferris Bueller having a commentary track or not?
I'm trying to find it and I can't. E.T. and Back to the Future are also $5.
According to what I'm
Look,
saying.
you already found the DVD.
Yes, but now I'm trying to find information
Where did you find the DVD?
According
on
to,
Amazon.
It should have information on the Amazon page.
There's no information that I
Bullshit.
can find.
according to this article thing, apparently the 1999 DVD release had a commentary, but later re-releases didn't.
Damn, I think this is the 2017 release.
When I search Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the first thing I get is Matrix Total Results Brass Off Color Depositing Blue Shampoo.
Nice.
Oh, I typed Ferry of Bueller. That's why.
Oh my god, Stand By Me is $3.74. Welcome to Lexi gives
Fucking
you
love
Amazon
Stand.
updates.
Within the 80s, Stand By Me was my favorite 80s movie.
You remember how I told you Stand By Me was $3.74? Footloose, $4.73.
Okay, this is the Bueller edition. Let's see what information it has.
I need to buy some DVDs off Amazon.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have as much information as I would think.
There's
can always,
really no information that I can
You
find.
can also find the commentary on the internet.
This is the 27th, but it's the Bueller edition. There's got to be something there if you're going to call it an edition.
Top Gun is $5.
What about the Blu-ray?
I don't know.
No,
I didn't
Blu-ray
click
doesn't
on
have
Blu-ray.
it. That was released with later ones.
It's the same Bueller edition.
Nice.
I want the 1999 one.
I'm just
On
saying.
a certain 1999 DVD release.
I'm saying if it doesn't have a commentary track, it can't really call itself a DVD release.
I need about. Sure, it's $5.
Honestly, that was the thing that made DVDs for me were the commentaries. I was fine with VHS, but commentaries,
I feel the need.
especially if they're really good, like a Kevin Smith
Have a
commentary,
DVD
that's
cost
worthwhile.
I don't even watch DVDs.
I really do anymore either. in all honesty. But if I want a commentary track, to be fair, there are like podcast commentaries that go along with DVDs. Like Kevin did one for Jay and Silent Bob's reboot on podcast.
Nice.
So maybe we're moving into that era. But if you want some of the older ones, a nice stretch job with the TV and a bar.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Link from Good Mythical Morning. At times, he crosses himself. I never noticed that.
I found an article.
More worried about what's
first
going to
time
happen to the
about
car
the
than himself.
commentary.
Or perhaps himself if something does happen to the car.
This part right here.
You like her outfit?
Yeah.
You're the fashionista.
It's fine. I like her jacket.
Jeannie's?
Yeah.
Better than Sloane's?
Yes.
You don't like the fringes?
Yeah, I'm not big on fringe.
It's a windy day. I bet they had to redub this audio.
Possibly.
Look at that. There's no way. Those mics are...
Probably.
They're never... Look, I've shot out in the wind before.
Yeah.
They totally had to ADR that.
Also, this was the 80s.
And I mean, you notice they were staying on her when he's talking, so it wouldn't...
Yeah. They wouldn't have to worry about syncing.
That's almost a sign that they were ADRing it.
Nice.
He got there and got out of that car awfully quickly.
Yeah. It's Ferris.
Look, she does seem surprised that it's him, though, so...
Possibly.
Or maybe she's surprised he's got the car.
Maybe.
Because obviously she's obviously in on it to a degree. I guess she's just surprised that he got the car.
Yeah, I can't find much more.
I found what claims to be the commentary on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah, you can find the commentary all over the place on the internet. I was
Apparently.
trying to find the DVD.
You can't download shit from SoundCloud.
I swear that said something about
I just
download.
saw a DVD on Amazon that says.
Okay, no, but it gives a link to download the MP3.
I wasn't sure.
I guess you can download some things. It just depends. I don't know. I've had bad luck trying to download things from SoundCloud. Maybe you have to have a membership or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just want to talk over that scene because Rooney sits there thinking she's making out with her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
You
Like,
think
I
he
know
was-
it's the 80s,
you
but
think
he had to have
he's already
questioned it.
suspicious, and that doesn't make him more suspicious.
Exactly. Like, it's the
What?
80s, but the
No.
80s wasn't quite.
Camera's just
Bad.
shoved back there
Yeah.
in the trunk, I guess.
Yeah.
Total
Put
Inspector
camera.
Gadget vibes. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget. Gadget go. I love Inspector Gadget, the cartoon.
Inspector Gadget's great.
Nice.
Never seen the live action movie. I hear it's shit.
And then just speeds off.
We're inventing Yahoo! Yep, and
I'll go back inside and go.
Well, Cameron just has to ride on the back of the car. There's literally no back seat in this car.
The license
Yeah.
plate is nervous.
Yep, there goes the hat.
Oh,
Yep.
hope that doesn't hit another driver.
That's a
Right.
nice hat, though.
Yeah. They probably have
They
money
probably
for
just
another one,
First world
though.
problems. You can afford to just throw away a perfectly good hat.
Based off the houses, they have money.
Woohoo!
Beat the city.
Chicago.
Why are you beating the city?
Lol.
Don't beat the
Pretty
city.
sure all John Hughes movies take place in Illinois and
Oh,
around
God.
Chicago.
Nice.
It's so many windows.
Fact, Jane and Silent Bob
Welcome cities?
and in Dogma, Jane and Silent Bob are trying to go to the fictional town that a lot of them are set in.
Nice.
7-Up.
I love Cool Spot.
But were you really just
the
questioning the
SNES.
windows on the buildings?
Why is it a building?
Has it been-
It's
you
You expect
Has it-
buildings not to have windows?
But
No,
so
the
many
ones that are like
windows.
all windows.
Like a skyscraper?
Yeah.
That's pretty common.
I
That's
was
like
going
all
to say,
windows.
How long has it been since you've been downtown here?
I mean, I know.
So Ferris chucked the fedora and now he's got a beret on.
Yeah.
Why is so many? How
He,
many hats do you
he looks
think?
like M. Bison from the Street Fighter movie.
How many hats do you think?
So, you can find the 1999 one on eBay.
Yeah.
I found one for $5.
Why is it always $5?
So I can get it for $3 plus $4.
If you like the money to buy Ferris a new kidney, are they going to get like on the black market or something? You can't just
Probably.
legally go buy a kidney.
Probably.
Look, everyone loves fast.
I get it. I'm just saying. Was the kidney
maybe.
black market
Different
big in the 80s?
Maybe. I've
Amongst
never
high
been on
school
the black
students?
market. You were no, not in the 80s.
Look,
but
they'll do anything for fast.
know anybody who is.
You don't want to know how
in
far
the
they go.
80s. I might have a friend on Facebook. They might have some connections.
No. You know, it just occurred to me as we were watching this last night that the end of the message that Sloan recorded on her home answering machine for Rooney,
Yeah.
she starts to cry when she says the number. And I guess they just did that because she would, of course, be bereft, and also because they don't want to put a number in the movie because they don't feel like saying 555.
Uh-huh.
But clearly she actually did leave a number because that's Rooney dials it up, and it's actually Cameron's house, and they have the fake message from the funeral home on it. But I just realized, watching it last night,
Nice.
that, oh yeah, they did leave a number. That's why he called Cameron's house.
Nice.
And of course, the 555, at least for the longest time, was not a legitimate dialing code for anywhere.
Uh-huh.
That's why you hear that in movies all
That
the
was
time.
in a book that I really like.
I remember one time Johnny got a hold of the remote control and was trying to sign up for Netflix. And he typed in 555 something. I'm like, Johnny, you're watching too many movies, pal.
Not enough if he was trying to get Netflix. He's like, I need more.
He was trying to watch the Netflix original series.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Walgreens.
Nice.
He just went, I'm pretty sure there was a fedora shop over there.
Reasonable.
Very nice where Ferris got his fedora.
Probably. Because, you know, it's only Chicago.
A1
They only have
okay,
one
Paul?
fedora shop.
You know, the fact that you have a shop that's nothing but fedoras.
True.
Yeah,
Pretty
fedora
big
shop.
time just
I
for
need to
that.
know if this shop is still in business. Probably not. People hate fedoras.
But those are amazing.
I love them.
See, not only did Cameron spark the early 90s hip-hop hockey jersey craze, but he also started the early 90s hip-hop Kangol craze. Who knew that Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off was such a mid-90s hip-hop fashion plate?
Everybody. Clearly he is. I mean, he's the most stylish. I mean, just
What's
look
up?
at the jacket that Ferris is wearing.
I like it for the most part, but it
The
has a
back.
flap that like
Yeah, I
opens up
hate
on the
the
back.
back.
That looks awkward.
That's why
I guess you're
Cameron
never
is-
gonna see the back of it if you're wearing it, but
See, he has that back going on. She has the fringes.
They need
Of
a-
course, Cameron's.
it needs a button or
Number
something,
one.
or just put a rivet in there. Hold that shit down.
Stitch it.
That guy looks very trustworthy. I'm sure
So
he'll do
trustworthy.
nothing.
You're judging
Oh,
a
yeah.
book by its cover. Shame on you.
I mean,
Nothing. That's horrible.
he does.
You're not welcome here if you're gonna-
I'm not judging him. For the
It's more
regular-
how he
I'm
acts.
judging him based off the movie.
And also, he does take it.
Well, yeah. If
It's a
you've seen
book.
the movie, you know he does.
He's got a ponytail. Of course, he's not trustworthy.
Hey,
This is the 80s.
I'm saying it's more how he acts. It's like, relax. I'm not gonna do.
Just saying, he
anything.
barely has enough hair for that ponytail. It looks like they're like, oh, come on, we have to get the ponytail in there. Damn it! I just stuff a little more hair in. There we go. They were very insistent on making sure he had a ponytail.
I love the fact that Ferris thinks a $5 gonna make somebody trustworthy. Oh, he's not. I give him $5. I hate Cameron
$5
shoes. Why is he wearing dress shoes?
Cause he's Cameron.
I mean, maybe that was big with high school students in the '80s, but
I doubt
none
it.
that I observed. And personally, I've always been a sneaker guy.
Sneakers are
Even to this
awesome.
day, if I'm wearing a suit, I'm probably wearing a suit.
Oh
And
god.
his buddy hops in right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that last night.
Then just go off.
Apparently Party City sells Ferris's jacket. Now, of course, I love this car right here. This is my favorite
station wagon?
Yes.
The old grandma station wagon.
I love station wagons. Not as much
my
as the
grandparents actually had a
Volkswagen.
station wagon like that.
It's nice. Not as much as the Bugs or the buses, but I do like a nice station wagon.
Yeah.
Now, I had a couple station wagons, but they were a little more compact. They were Ford Escorts. I'm not saying they were super cool, but they were convenient.
Nice.
And we used to play a game when I was a kid
Weird.
that my dad taught to me called Beaver, and was what you would call station wagons. You
Uh-huh.
drive around and you call out Beaver, and the first one to get 10 would win.
Kind of like Punch Buggy, but nobody's getting punched.
I suppose. There may have been some other rules to it, like if this happens or that happens, but that's all I can remember. And I remember I taught it to my friends on the school bus, but we had to stop playing it because there was a girl on the bus named Tara Beaver,
Oh
and
gosh.
she thought we were making fun of her
Oh.
because Beaver's also slang for vagina.
Not only
Nice.
not
Don't
only
tell me
did
you didn't know
all the
that.
I think I've heard it before, yes.
Not only did he set all this up, he made sure it was out of view.
Yeah. I'm thinking, I don't know if this would have worked on me or not.
No.
Because I probably would have come in and actually checked on you.
Yes.
Plus, I'm pretty sure I could tell the difference between you actually snoring and it coming through a stereo system.
Yeah.
But maybe he's got it tuned just right.
Not only that, but yeah, you would have walked up to check on us.
It is possible. Look, I open the door, I see you're sleeping, you're breathing still. I'm like, I don't want to disturb them. So it's like a 50-50. It's like, you know, you're taking a chance.
I wouldn't take
you got
my
a shot.
chances. I wouldn't risk it. I'd just go to school.
Ferris is confident.
Speaking of, there's another game too where you would like drive around and you'd like call out cows or something.
Nice.
But if you drove by a graveyard on your side of the car, you lost all your cows. And there's a story about my dad and my grandfather playing when my dad was a kid, and my grandfather intentionally driving a different way to go by the graveyard on his side to make him lose his cows because he didn't want to lose to him. Now, my grandfather was a good guy. He was a nice guy, but he was just apparently competitive. I didn't see that particular side.
You're losing your fucking cows today!
Nice.
It's really not that. I mean, I would do it because it's a neat view looking down, but there's not much to look at right there.
What if you drive by a butcher? Then do you lose all your cows?
Not that I recall.
Isn't it? I think maybe.
Much more likely you're going to drive by a graveyard than a butcher, though.
Isn't there a place in Chicago, a building where you can go up and the glass actually leans out?
I don't know.
Ah.
I know there is a building. I don't know if it's
They must have been in
Chicago.
the Sears Tower, though, if they were in the tallest building in the world, which is no longer the tallest building in the world. Still the tallest building in the country.
Nice.
What is the tallest building in the world?
Another building someplace else. The Sears Tower's been surpassed at this point.
Audibly grabs phone.
I'm a bet that it's in.
Yeah, let's do a
Dubai.
commentary for this movie so we can sit on our phones and look
So that we
shit
can
up.
Google things. Yeah.
Well, you don't mention that there's a taller building without
fact.
telling me.
Fact.
Burj Khalifa.
What is it?
Wiz Khalifa's the tallest building in the world.
Yup.
He's a fucking Wiz Khalifa's a transformer?
Yup. You finally like it. Oh, cat just jumped right on me.
In Dubai.
Ha! I said it was in Dubai.
Indubitably in Dubai.
If anybody
Shit,
comes
Louise.
back, you can hear that I said I bet it's in Dubai.
Here's another very iconic moment when Ferris impersonates Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was a reference to something we were watching the other day and y'all didn't get it.
Nice.
Okay.
Probably not. Because I don't get a lot of things.
Me neither.
I know I don't care for the looks of this guy.
Oh, no, it wasn't y'all. It was, sorry, my apologies.
Okay.
It was on Jim Cornette's podcast.
his
Brian
head
last
did.
brought it up, and I don't think Jim Cornette got it, but maybe he did.
I don't like his head.
The maitre d'?
Us,
Yeah.
Jim
Do you
Cornette,
like
same
it?
difference.
Do you like his mustache?
We are Jim Cornette.
Look,
I'm not allowed to
people
get
whose
each
podcast I listen to, I consider my friends, okay? It's like me and my buddies.
Facts.
That's why I listen to podcasts, because it's like hanging out with your friends.
Facts.
That's why even though I love music, I don't listen to music all that much, because I listen to podcasts.
He is
Like,
the
hey,
sausage king
Or
of
spending
Chicago.
time with your friends.
My only thing here is Ferris gets through here impersonating Abe Froman, he gets the table. What happens when Abe actually comes to the restaurant?
Exactly. That's what I was wondering.
Unless, I don't know, maybe it was marked cancel or something and he scratched it out.
I don't know.
Because I know he looked at the book to get the name.
Yeah.
I don't think Ferris cares.
Facts.
Clearly, young man, you're only 24. You could not be the Sausage King of Chicago.
Clearly.
Look, I look very young for my age. Okay? I use a lot of beauty products.
Yeah, because it was big in the 80s. Very big.
I'm not really sure you could call the police for them not seating you. I mean,
I don't
I'm
think
sure
so.
some people could get away with that, but
Maybe.
I'm not really sure it's a crime.
No? So,
See, look at Cameron. He looks like, I swear he looks like a younger Link from Good Mythical Morning. Look
oh
at
my
that.
god, you want to talk about younger Thumb? They posted a picture of Thumb when they were younger just the other day. And I was just sitting there like, damn.
Unfortunately, I can't say Ferris is younger Red because he's clearly shorter than Cameron.
Yeah.
B if I get, oh yeah, he's not, he's later, so like A, B, I got you. First I was like B. Yeah,
B.
okay.
Yo, B if I get
Yeah, there's like a
buzzed.
bunch of other knuckleheads I knew from that time period. Thought that said Afro Man at first.
Well,
I was gonna eat a Chez Louis, but then I got high. But then I really wanted to eat some more, cause I got high.
Yeah.
I'm Abe from the Sausage King of Chicago.
Yeah.
And I'm high, and I'm high, and I'm high.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, what are the odds somebody's calling for Abe from? They're going to describe what he's wearing at the time.
Fact.
Unless she's like outside the window.
Facts.
At least Ferris knew to cover his bases.
I mean, he asked what
And have
to
Cameron
describe him.
I understand that, but if she was gonna,
Oh.
if you're calling for somebody, you're not there. You're probably gonna describe their eyes, their hairstyle, whether they have glasses or not specifically what they're wearing at that moment. Yes, it's possible you know that, but odds are you don't know for sure what they're wearing at that moment unless you're looking at them. Yes,
Or they
maybe
literally never
they just
leave
left
the
the house,
house.
they just left the
Yeah.
sign. I get that. It's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's less likely. And still, it doesn't answer the question, even though Ferris covered his bases for the most part, what does he do when Abe actually shows up?
He'll be gone by
makes
then.
Yeah, he makes sure
Why
he's
would
gone
he?
by
Because,
then.
hey, I have a lunch appointment for, not an appointment, a reservation for 11:30. They're there around that time. It's going to take a while to get their food and eat.
True.
So like I said, I don't know, maybe there was something else. Maybe they didn't mark that he canceled or something and the matron just didn't notice it because Ferris scratched it out. That seems a little bit of a stretch too, but...
Who knows?
I just wish I was in the Ozarks dancing with Patrick Swayze.
Lol.
Who would want to call him
30
over a
years
computer?
ago.
A call, yeah, that's a get you places. I have legs.
It's interesting, when I was
A computer, you can
I
do
couldn't
shit
wait to
with
start driving. Like it got frustrating having to wait for somebody to take me somewhere.
Nice.
Y'all didn't have that feeling at all?
Nah.
Not as much as it seems described.
Now I wasn't in a suit. Look, I didn't even get my license until I was 18, so I guess it wasn't that big of a hurry. But
license at 18, Dad.
It's like, what's things? Well, I got legs.
Robert said no.
If I need to go somewhere,
you gonna
I can
walk to Chicago?
I don't plan on going to
Oh.
Chicago.
Don't they live in Chicago?
No, I think they live in a suburb of Chicago.
Which isn't that still technically Chicago?
No, a suburb is another fucking town or city.
God damn it. I just figured they lived in like
Like
housing
Aurora, Illinois
area.
a suburb is a different city or town that's next to a big city.
A part of
Nice.
it, see?
No, it's its own town or municipality or village or what have you.
Nice.
It might be part. It might
It's
be
just too
considered.
small
It might be
compared
like
to
part of the
city.
greater Chicago area or something like that.
Yeah.
They could be in the same county, but no, it's its own unique entity.
Nice.
But yeah, definitely now.
Okay, you tell me his dad couldn't hear him talking.
Nope.
I mean, to be fair, when Ferris talks to the camera, it might just be an inner monologue. He might not really be talking out loud.
Uh-huh.
So I suppose it's possible that that's what's going on.
His dad is clueless in this movie.
Yeah.
Very
Pretty
much.
Speaking of Clueless, it's a movie that I think is really stupid, but I used to watch the fuck out of it. It came.
I've never fully seen
It was
it.
one of the movie premieres on HBO, and I watched it. And I'm like, God, this was stupid. But like every time it came on, I'm gonna watch it. Why not? It's a good background movie.
Nice.
You
That's
like Jeannie's bag with the Van Halen patch on it?
I didn't see it that well.
Pretty sure it was Van Halen.
Nice.
And even here, I mean, they're like right. How does his dad not?
His dad
There's
is
gonna be a
really
moment where he's gonna
clueless.
run. He's gonna be right behind him. If somebody's right behind me, I'm gonna turn around and look and see what the fuck is behind me, at least. So like at this point though, when he's talking, I mean, even though Cameron responds to him, it almost feels like it's supposed to be an inner monologue because there's times when he's talking that nobody else is paying attention.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
And
think
again,
it's
like his
over.
dad should hear him.
Uh-huh. Puts
Snap.
on the shades.
Snap. And Cameron has a little stutter with the snap. But look, right. I mean, he's right behind him. You don't notice 3 people behind you making noise, and I mean they're moving.
It's
I
a
mean,
busy city.
How are you that self-absorbed?
It's a busy city.
Even in a busy city, you'd notice it.
There's no.
And then they don't pay attention to the
conversation.
fact that the cars just changed. The taxis.
Yeah.
By the way, I like how those taxis look.
They're very focused on the conversation.
So focused.
It's a very important conversation.
My family had a car very similar to that. I mean, that's a Chrysler, and ours was a Dodge, but the same company. So
Uh-huh.
they share very similar makes. Ours was white, and that one was silver, but white with red interior, I believe.
Nice.
First car accident I was ever in was in that car.
Nice.
Oh,
No, I
yeah.
wasn't driving, and it wasn't the driver. Somebody rear-ended
Why
us.
shades that can pop up?
That was a thing in the 80s.
Why?
Because it was
It
cool.
looks dumb.
Is it literally
We thought it
just
was cool.
sunglasses?
Those are, yeah. You can also get them where they'd attach to your actual glasses, like Dwayne Wayne in A Different World would rock those.
Yeah, I have to question
But yeah,
it when
just
it's
to flip
just the sunglasses.
Well, think about it. You're wearing sunglasses. You don't always. Sometimes you need to take them off to see something better. You pull them off when you're indoors for
Yeah.
when you pop in.
Okay,
So yeah, you
take
just
them off.
Exactly.
It looks
that-
dumb.
Look, I know it's Rooney. And he's not that cool, but that was a cool style in the 80s.
I understand
What I
on
find-
the glasses.
No, check this out. Why did he go to this specific place? Like this, there's an arcade machine in there. That must be where all the teenagers hang out.
I just assumed that maybe it was a.
I mean, to be fair,
teenager hotspot.
they're in the suburb. Yeah. So again, he's not in the big city with Ferris. So there may not be a lot of hangouts, or maybe he knows that a lot of the students hang out here.
Yeah,
Doesn't even really look that much like Ferris.
not much.
Yeah.
They have a similar jacket. Does he know Ferris's jacket that well? 'Cause that's the most identifying thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know that jacket
Rooney is
anywhere.
quite stupid in this video.
And look, he
In this
braces
video,
for
in
it
this
before it
movie.
comes. Like
He
knows she's
knows.
gonna spit at him.
Yeah,
Does this happen
knows.
regularly?
Probably.
But when you make a mistake in
Remember-
this town, you get spit on.
Remember, Ferris has missed 9 days. He may have bought it the first day, but after a couple
So
times.
Rooney got spit on all those other days?
Maybe not all of them, but at least once.
Look at that pizza.
Oh, it was
Spit on
another
the pizza.
student
But it's got pepperoni on it.
who's
I
done
like
this.
pepperoni.
I don't.
Same. Pepperoni's alright.
I like
It's
olives.
not
Wrigley
like
Field,
amazing.
Ferris on the TV.
Yeah. But he's too busy drying off his face.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. No score. Who's winning?
Nice.
Baseball.
Hey, bada 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 bada.
Baseball's a nice-
Hey, bada 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 bada. Have you ever caught a baseball?
No.
Plenty of times.
Well, I was going to say out of baseball
At an actual
no.
game?
Yes.
No. Hey, bada bada.
I'd love
bada,
to.
bada.
How many actual games have you
I was
been
a little
to?
early when live baseball games. How many have we been to together?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
That many plus one.
That many.
However
plus
many
one.
we've been hit to here. Plus
Wait,
one.
where'd she get the tank top from?
That kid
Oh.
behind him.
What the frick is Ferris?
I feel as though I've seen you styled in very similar fashions.
The Sloan hat on or the kid?
The kid behind him.
Okay, I didn't notice what they were wearing.
Well, I mean, they were just wearing like a simple polo or something, but then they had almost like a bowl cut situation of blonde hair.
I don't think.
I don't think you've had a bowl
I haven't
cut,
had a
but
bowl
you've
cut.
had like that.
What's with her
bowl
glasses?
cut
Is she a
stuff.
fucking welder?
Yep.
She needs no side pieces.
I like it. I think I've seen glasses like that in more recent times. Oof.
Well,
Almost
what-
right next to the
I
fire
thought maybe his
hydrant.
license plate says something. I think it says 4F Boo.
Fuck boo.
No, 4F Row. No, I'm sorry, UF.
I don't know.
Did that license plate change? He's got one of them
Possibly.
changing license plates.
Hello.
2800 is the address.
Nice.
100.
That
Ferris
might come
Bueller.
up in 80s trivia at some point. Commit that to memory.
Okay. Didn't we once have an address that was like 28 something?
And then that activates a thing,
I
which does
grew
a
up
thing with the thing. and the stuff.
2805, 2805.
What was ours?
Yeah, we
then?
were like, when we moved across the street from there, it was like
2808 or
2802, I
something?
think.
Oh, 2?
Yeah, I think it went down.
Oh. I don't know.
No, it did or didn't, but like the house I grew up in, and then the house on either side of it, they were there first, and then the brick houses across the street got built after that, and then the houses, the modular homes that we lived in, they were built even later, so that I think some of the addresses were a little wanky, a little wonky,
Nice.
didn't quite match up.
Okay, Gobs, you're into technology and whatnot. Ferris was able to do this in the 80s.
No.
I need
I
you to
couldn't do
figure
it.
out.
My doorbell doesn't even
No.
work.
No, it
And we don't have an
doesn't.
intercom.
You'd have to install an intercom and fix the doorbell to do it.
I have no idea how to do that.
Time to learn. Oh my
Okay,
God.
you like Ferris' suit. What about Rooney's?
I didn't say I liked Ferris's.
One of y'all did.
I said I was there. Like, it was kind
Dylan,
of nice.
you like Ferris' suit. What about Rooney?
I like Rooney's better than Ferris's, personally. But it's still not
Ferris
great.
looks better.
I either like those light blue or really dark blue.
Ferris
like
looks
a
better.
I'm
navy.
pretty sure that's a gray that Rooney's got.
It's like a blue gray.
Yeah,
gray,
it's,
gray.
it's kind of bluish.
It's got a
gray,
blue.
gray with the red tie. And is his shirt white or is it off white? It almost looks like it's got it looks like a really pale pink almost. But I don't know,
yes.
maybe that's just the tie.
Yeah, that does kind of look like a pale pink. Could be tie or lighting,
I
though.
think I prefer a blue tie with a gray suit, personally.
Lighting just ruins colors.
Technically,
There is
it
no
makes
color without
colors.
lighting.
Why can't all lights be the same?
So everything just one color, everything just blends in, you can't tell, everything's just natural
No,
camouflage.
I mean like all lighting the same, so colors will always stay the same. And not change with the lighting.
Because
Like,
that's
no-
not how lighting works. And you need lighting to set tones and stuff. And
I mean, this is
create
the principal of your
emotions.
school literally trying to commit breaking and entering.
Shouldn't he be looking right now?
Well, what a principal, truly. I mean, look at Dumbledore. He doesn't have much to
Yeah,
do.
what do principal do?
Dumbledore's busy breaking into dorm rooms and things.
Dumbledore's breaking into a house.
Yo. This is how they figure out who gets a letter and who doesn't. Dumbledore has to break into.
Dumbledore breaks in hands everywhere.
Harry wasn't the only one who didn't react to the letter. Dumbledore couldn't deal with Harry because he was busy dealing with other students. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Rooney just has a great time trying to break in.
How do most
And
people...
kids, this is why you don't break into people's
I was gonna
houses.
say, we hope you have a great time breaking in.
How do you even know how to get into Diagon Alley? Does like the last say how to get into Diagon Alley and popping on the codes and stuff? Or...
Hagrid taught Harry.
Yeah,
I
but
think normally you would
what
assume your parents were your guardian.
if you have like
rotation.
non-wizard parents?
Well, somebody's sent to talk to
Well,
them,
you're
aren't
supposed to have, somebody's supposed to come to the school and talk to you.
Ah.
they? Yeah. Beautiful shot of the car.
Yeah. Star Wars theme playing.
It literally was the Star Wars thing.
I don't remember the Star Wars theme playing there. I thought something else
Me
played
neither.
there. I want to go back and get out my VHS and see if they changed that at some point. But it seems where they would change it too, because a lot of times you'll see a later print of a movie and it'll have a different song because of licensing issues, because the licensing ran out on it or
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't seem like Star Wars would be the thing you would go to if you had to change, right? It seemed like that'd be pretty expensive. So I guess it was always in there, and I guess I'm just...
They did have to change, and they were just like really annoyed about it or something. So they're like, you know what? Let's do something stupid and get Star Wars. Why does he even consider this?
I don't think he...
He can't even
he
fit.
can't fit that. Shoulders
he
are
could
too
completely-
wide.
You turn!
There's no way he could
Oh,
easily
bullshit.
get
If
through
he
that.
angles through that, no problem.
Yeah, but then having to maneuver himself and everything.
He built homes up
No.
there, no problem.
I
Which
don't
is why you
think
should
so.
not have dog doors like that, because people could go through them.
Nice.
Don't worry, the doggles are protected. Okay, while we're trying to break into the dog.
Yeah, I hear they can be pretty good protection. I mean, they wouldn't stop me. Not that I'd be breaking your house, but...
They won't tell me I'm too good for a dog. Might stop other people, but I'm too
I'm not
good.
scared of dogs.
I
at
was
all.
taught that if a dog is doing stuff like that and comes after you, should not act
I
scared.
guess
You
I
need
just
to
came
stand
from
there,
growing up
stand
with
your
dogs,
ground,
you know,
and whatnot.
and playing with my dogs, and, you know, I've been bit by a dog a few times. It's
Just
fine.
stand your ground until it bites you in the face.
No,
I was the guy when the dogs started fighting, I'd go in there and horse collar one of them and pull them apart, you know?
nice.
Puts the
Now,
dog
they
in a
definitely
full
look too old to
Nelson.
be in that class. Come on.
Oh, 100%. They just got to somehow talk to the teacher or something and hang out.
Now
I
that
mean,
she's
come on,
by
they could've
then, no,
cast
it's a
somebody a
long line
little
of
younger.
kids. It's a long line of
I
kids.
think that's a boob.
Maybe.
They're playing boobs in this movie.
Fact.
Alan
I've s-
Rock, Jeffrey John. No, I'm just kidding.
I've seen at least 2 pairs of boobs.
No disrespect to them. I'm just kidding.
Beautiful artwork.
I've seen at least 3 pairs
Pretty
of
sure
boobs.
these are at least mostly real,
I mean, yeah, but
well-known.
I'm the kind of person who loves it. Or not
I didn't say I didn't like it, but I mean I don't think they're made up for the movie. I think this is all.
Yeah.
To be honest, how is most of this famous art? It's like,
Because art.
especially the one that's like a bunch of colors and stuff. It's like,
Because art.
that's a bunch of
Somebody found
colors.
it pleasing.
And it's a style.
It's like,
A lot of things can end up in a museum.
it's
It
like,
doesn't have to be
I just don't understand art, I guess.
specific
I
things.
guess
like-
so.
It's like some paintings like,
I
oh yeah,
have
that looks
friends that have
nice.
gotten like comic art and stuff into some
And
of
then they're like,
our local museums.
That's a bunch of
It's
of
really cool.
colors. That's a mismatch of colors and
It is
stuff.
clearly somebody's interpretation of Starry Night.
You're one of those people who's like, oh, I could do that.
Not good. Dude.
Why are they getting paid millions of dollars? I could just.
I mean,
No, I suck
did-
at art.
Did Dylan go? Dylan didn't go with us through the modern art section at the
I just don't
museum
care
we
for
went to,
it.
right?
he didn't go through all of it for sure.
I remember there was some sort of modern art section that had.
Here's something I don't understand: is the fucking parade.
There's a parade happening.
I have no use for parades.
I'm sorry.
It's like, I know it takes a lot of skill to do art, but I personally don't care for art. Some art can look freaking
So you don't like movies or music or...
I mean,
I
like
think so about
painting.
paintings. Yeah, but you know some of that like abstract art and stuff, you know, it's actually not random.
What are the odds that after having been at the same restaurant as Dad, they're parked in the middle of downtown Chicago? Or they're
Well, you know, they
in the middle of
left
downtown
around the same
Chicago?
time, so if traffic's kind of bad, you would stay in similar locations, I'd assume.
But his dad wasn't in the back seat of the other cab, though. Remember, he got in the front
yeah.
'cause his...
So his
Cool.
dad's gotten out and whatnot since.
I mean,
not
just
even-
the
it's
odds
not
of
even
that.
the same
The odds of them going to
taxi.
the restaurant are bad. The odds of them being not parked, but stuck in traffic side by side seem even worse.
I'm just saying. So not.
There's a finite amount of museum. I mean, there is roads as well, but there's more roads than there are restaurants.
Yeah. Not only has he gotten out of one up, but he's gotten a whole new taxi, because that's a completely different one. That
Yeah.
one has green. The other one is like boxy and bright yellow.
Yeah. So why couldn't he just say, "Look over there"? I mean, his dad's not going to hear him. His dad couldn't hear him when he was talking right in front of him. He's clearly not going to hear him all the way.
Even though his windows are
They
down.
made a switch of route quick there.
Extremely, and so silently too, apparently.
Rubbing the rabbit's foot, lucky for everyone but the rabbit. And then she starts flirting with his dad.
Yeah.
But I've seen art online that I personally think is better than a good bit of painted art in museums.
Well, you should submit that.
Fine that you have your own opinion. I mean, it's fine to
Contact
have
the
your own
museum. Tell them
opinion.
about this art.
I mean, it's fine to like what you like, but don't diminish.
And remember, there are numerous.
I'm not saying that
There are
art is bad.
numerous
I'm saying
styles of
I
art.
personally think it's bad.
There are numerous
Yeah,
styles
that's fine.
of
That's
art.
just an opinion.
And museums are.
But it's one thing to be like,
Okay.
hey, I don't like that. It's another thing to be like, how could that ever
Question.
be considered good?
I'm not saying how could that happen. I'm saying art, especially in the museums, is not my cup of tea.
The dog with the shoe.
But what if it's a painting of a cup of tea?
Of
What if it's a
specifically
painting of your
yours.
cup of tea?
You had a cup of tea for some reason.
It says yours.
I have a spare canvas in my closet. I'm gonna whip it out. I'm gonna make you a cup of tea, and I'm gonna paint it.
Paint a cup of tea that says yours.
I can provide the tea and the paint.
I need someone to paint a cup of tea that says yours.
You know, you're someone.
No matter what, it's your cup of tea.
You're someone.
I can't paint.
Flannel.
It's not that
You
hard.
missed the flannel.
I am
Damn
terrible
it!
at art.
It's not the 90s yet,
I don't
though.
know what parade this is, that all these people have these American flags.
I have no idea. During the school year. But kind of springish summertime.
Yeah.
Bought some nice balloons.
And then first,
What's
doing
interesting to me
the
is
dumbest thing
he's
he
got-
did all day.
He's got the live mic, but
Yeah.
then he lip syncs.
Yeah.
It's weird to me. I mean, Matthew Broderick's done musicals. He apparently has a decent voice.
How do you
Nice.
even get
Why
up
don't you just
there?
have him sing?
Who knows? He's
Because
Ferris.
he's Ferris.
Exactly.
Reasonable. He is Ferris.
And now
Everyone in the city knows him.
Donkashane comes back in all its glory. But again, not the Wayne Newton version.
No, they like painted on. They paint Save Ferris on like a water tower. I don't even know how someone got up there to paint on the water tower.
Ladder. If you look somewhere, we might have missed it already, but at some point there in the city, I think it's early on, they have a marquee and Teen Wolf is listed in the background, which would have been another 80s movie. But
No.
not a John Hughes movie, I don't believe. If it is, then I've seen more than one John Hughes movie. Oh, but Richard Mouser's in Teen Wolf. He plays the dad. We mentioned him earlier. I meant to point it out when it came up, but if it's already come up, I missed it. I've done poorly. I let you all down. Isn't it interesting the way that they're all three so sure they're just gonna finish high school and go straight to college?
Yeah.
I mean, that was definitely a thing then, but not so much anymore.
It's still a thing for
It's still a
some
thing for some people, but it was just like almost automatic. Like, as long as you can find the money and your grades are decent enough, you're just going straight on to college. Just keep on going.
I've seen so many people on the internet where they went to college and then they did something completely different.
I see that a lot, where people go to college for one thing and then they're just like, yeah, no, that thing's not for me.
Yeah.
Also, there's people who go to college and like partway through it's like, yeah, this isn't for me, and just drop out. Like, yep.
It's like, yeah, I'm still not gonna go to college.
Yeah. No, I've seen a lot of my friends.
Damn, I forgot there was a Teen Wolf TV series.
Nice. Within the last couple years, they've finished high school and some went straight to college. Some decided to wait a year or so. Some got screwed over by the pandemic.
Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. I think Richard Mauser's the dad in Teen Wolf 2.
Okay.
Not the original Teen Wolf.
Nice. Recently, Dylan graduated, and I realized...
Which I just want to point out, I just looked up Teen Wolf. It actually came out in 85.
Uh-huh.
Which makes sense because they probably shot this around 85. But does that mean this canonically takes place in 85? Or was it just getting like a second run in the theater or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Does anybody know?
No.
Do you know?
No.
Dill, do you know?
No.
But, I was saying, he recently graduated. It made me realize that if I did what they did, just go straight to college after high school, I would have been graduating college by now.
Word.
That's what I'd be doing right now. I question this part personally.
What?
Not the baby.
Baby dancing? Babies can't dance! That's CGI, clearly.
No, I was questioning the fact that there's just like a group of dancers.
Yeah, it's a group of dancers.
Yeah, just on the stairs. And also the people have just come out and are surrounding the float.
Why are you surround the floor? It might run you over.
Not only that, but there was literally officers pulling people back. Also, I think I missed it. Yeah, because it would have been early on when Cameron and Sloan were walking up or whatever. There was an officer that came to kind of move them back. And it looked like, it was the officer that approached them was in like the all black suit. But when they were walking away, like showing the officer pushing them back into the crowd, it looked like someone in like a blue top and the black pants and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I tried to point that out last night, and then I was trying to watch to see this time to see if I was correct or not, and I missed it. So, somebody tell me if I was correct or not.
Who knows?
Okay, apparently I just see Richard Mauser in my head and everything, because apparently he wasn't in Teen Wolf 2 either. I swear I remember him being in that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those.
I don't know, I've never
sort
seen
of
Teen Wolf.
things.
I was right about him being in it, though. He was definitely grown up staying in it.
Nice.
I'm not
Nice.
wrong about that. But yeah. Here's a dad and license to drive. Maybe that was.
I can't
conflating
read
with
any of that. Cursive is hard to read.
License to drive. That was kind of a disappointing movie.
I'm sorry.
I
It's like,
don't
why
know if
does
I saw it in
cursive still
theaters or
exist?
not. Why do you still exist?
Cursive is hard to read.
You can be hard to read.
My writing's hard to read.
That doesn't mean we're just getting rid of you, though.
Is that a jacket or a cardigan?
Yes.
It's a. Yeah, it does look like a sweater now that I see it.
Yeah.
Say first.
That doesn't look. I mean, maybe it's stenciled on, but
How did they have time to do it though? And who did it?
they're inspired by Ferris. The boy gets stuff done.
The dog is dead.
The dog did it. Yeah.
He said the dog is dead. He
Did
said
he?
the dog did it.
It sounded like he said
I
the
did
dog
say
did
the dog
it.
is dead.
See?
I mean, it's not dead, but
No, it is passed out though. Something happened to the
I
dog.
think Rooney put some drugs in those flowers.
I'm pretty sure
I think the flowers were the.
I saw like little vase pieces. Whatever.
Oh, he knocked him out?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought
The
he.
dog ate it.
Yeah, I thought he gave it to the dog and the
I
dog
thought
ate
he
them.
knocked the dog out.
And the flowers had just been kind of
I
dangerous
mean, maybe
to the dog.
I'm wrong.
Oh
The dog just ate his fill.
no. This just got.
What do we got in Jeannie's bedroom? We got a stuffed elephant, some yellow fuzzy dice.
Okay, so quick. I was trying to look something up.
What's with that hat? You reckon she ever actually wears that? The one on
Who
the lamp?
knows? Why is there so
Doesn't
much
look
on
like
the
it fit her
lamp?
head.
No, it's just one of the small stylish ones, Small fashion ones. I was trying to look it up earlier in that newspaper scene. I noticed that the headline was talking about rallying around a sick youth, and I was sitting
It's
there like,
supposed to be a reference to Ferris.
first, and I'm sitting here like, but
It's the
what did the
afternoon
newspaper? I was sitting there like, what the hell? So I
Some
looked it
newspapers
up.
published an afternoon edition.
Nice. I looked it up because I was curious, and apparently, they just slapped that onto a story that had actually been published around that time about a police officer who committed suicide, and I'm just sitting there like, God damn it. They tried. It kind cat knocked over a shot glass.
Oh.
I blame you, Dylan.
I like how she has like patches or something on whatever it is. The cardigan jacket thing.
Does she like not recognize him? I know it probably freaks out.
Yeah.
But it's not till later when she's like, "You left your wallet." Like she's calling up. She's not like, "My high school principal is in my house." She's like, "There's a man in my house."
I think.
I mean, maybe she was just too freaked out to really know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
at
I think she's
first
too
she's
freaked out.
just really freaked out and whatnot, and then later on, before she even finds the wallet, she probably once
It's a
she's calmed
Lacious
down,
series
she
of
probably
kicks. Apparently, she's the new
figures
Karate
out.
Kid.
Lol. She probably figures it out later on. This.
So what would they have told him if they hadn't gotten the card back just then?
Who knows? That is kind of a good point. Just pulls him so perfectly.
He's like, "That was quick," but it seemed like they've been standing there for a while.
Kinda,
Are they used to just
yeah.
really shitty service?
Maybe.
Look, this is Chicago. You gotta wait 30 minutes for your car usually.
Exactly.
As I put on a
Chicago.
accent.
Lol.
Chicago.
Lol.
The
Chicago.
Bears. That can't be legal for Cameron to be riding around like that. One thing, he has no seatbelt, although I guess seatbelt laws weren't as big back
I was gonna say it's the 80s.
Who cares about laws? It's the 80s.
the lawless 80s. They clearly enjoyed stealing the car. That's a lot of parking tickets. Wouldn't they just tow the car before you got that many?
Probably. It took me like 50 Googles to finally remember what I actually opened Google to do. I was trying to look up that tilting window building thing that I was talking about earlier. Yes, it is in Chicago. When it was built and whatnot, I don't know.
What building is it?
I don't know, I'm trying to figure that part out. The John Hancock Center.
Okay. No, I'm pretty sure they were in the Sears Tower.
But yeah, I wasn't saying it was definitely that one, but yeah, the windows kind of lean so you can see the view of the city and the lake. Like Michigan.
Now it's getting towed.
I know, but it seemed like it took an awfully long time for it to get towed.
Michigan?
Yes.
I did not think Chicago was
Chicago
by
by all
lake.
rights probably shouldn't even be part of Illinois, but at the time they wanted it because if it's fortuitous location on the lake, there's a whole story about it. You'd have to research it. I can't remember it all that well, but it's really annexed from the rest of Illinois.
Really?
But
There's
Yeah,
no
there's
Bruce
laws.
Willis.
That's my car, bro.
Oh wow. For some reason in my head, Chicago was around where Springfield is.
no, Springfield's like Southern Illinois, isn't
Yeah. I thought Chicago was down there
it?
though.
No, Chicago's right up near the Wisconsin or Michigan borders, or both.
Oh, it's closer to Indiana.
But up.
Yeah, no,
State.
further north than Indiana.
I guess unless it's just Chicago itself, I guess Illinois doesn't really border
Michigan,
Michigan, but
No, it borders the lake. And Chicago's out on the lake.
I was gonna say, but does Chicago itself border Michigan at all?
No.
Okay. Well, I just embarrassed myself in my geography.
Here's the map I found. Yeah, you've got Wisconsin to the north, Indiana
I'm saying it's
to
up toward.
the east. And then the
Wisconsin.
lake is in between them.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think all these movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Pretty in Pink,
That's a
16
llama.
Candles,
Uh-huh.
Breakfast, all take place in the same
Yeah.
fictional town.
Yeah.
So
I
I
feel like
don't know if
it's
there's any
getting-
actual crossovers in the movies, but you do have to wonder if any of the characters know each other.
Hmm.
Because I was going to say, like, Chicago, you know, you
Yeah,
might not
less
know each other, but in a
likely.
smaller town,
Yeah.
there's a better chance you're going to know each other.
And he
Very
is very
much
loud.
so.
Can hear it throughout the whole city.
Look.
I think they wasted an opportunity not to have birds flying off from somewhere during this. You should have gotten a shot of that.
Maybe they couldn't. They were having trouble with birds
How do
that
you
day.
not? How are you not able? Unless you're just completely out of time. We have no more time to get these shots. Just get what we can get.
No, they were just having trouble with some birds that day. They couldn't get the birds and the cameras to cooperate, you know.
Go to a park, put your
It's the
camera up,
80s.
throw some bread out, wait for the birds to come in, then run at them. You got
Okay, two things. Either one, it was too expensive to wait that long. Two,
Okay,
they
here
felt
we go.
really bad.
the singing nurse.
Yes.
She sings I came to help restore your pluck, because I'm the nurse who likes to... Did she say suck or fuck?
Definitely fuck.
Or did she say something else and it was just supposed to be a setup for... Oh, it's going to rhyme with that, and I'm the nurse who likes to sing.
Definitely fuck.
110% fuck.
I mean, that's just all... A stranger comes and fucks you, but just get a quick blowjob from somebody. I feel like that's a little more realistic.
All of the above.
So they're at the shore. They're on the shore of Lake Michigan.
Probably. Unless there's some other mysterious lake in Chicago. I feel like there's too much city for that.
Chicago.
I'm just gonna sit here and study
He's dead.
Illinois layout now. Because apparently I don't know where cities are.
So like right now when he's off talking to the camera, sometimes I think this is supposed to be just like an inner monologue.
Yeah,
but earlier
definitely.
Cameron was responding to him, it seemed, so...
Cameron can occasionally peek into it because that's his best friend.
I'm just not sure.
That's how best friends work.
Look,
Okay, I just want to
best
say, because I
friends
said
can
I
both
thought
work together.
Chicago was around where Springfield is. I thought Springfield was like further south and closer to Indiana.
No, isn't it getting closer to Lake Missouri?
Yes.
Yeah.
I-
Isn't it near East St. Louis?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was down near like this Newton area and whatnot. I'm talking about. I
What
thought
does
it was
Springfield
down
mean to you in
here.
Illinois, though?
Nothing. I'm just saying. I thought that was
I mean, the only
further down.
Springfield that means anything to me is the one in The Simpsons.
Yeah. And like Peoria, I thought that was kind of where Springfield is, but closer to
Is it
Indiana.
Peoria near Iowa?
Yes. It's north of Springfield.
Yellow
Pretty much
boombox.
directly.
Yep,
there.
there's the boombox. See, told you.
Yeah.
And they do Oreos.
Yep. Or is he
Drinking
eating,
Pepsi.
is eating the brand of cookie that Oreo was ripped off from?
Oh, Hydrox.
When were they ripped off?
A long time ago.
So whose house are they at right now? They're definitely not at Cameron's.
I thought they were at Sloan's.
That seems like the most obvious answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Cause I thought it. I could be wrong, but I thought it looked similar to.
They just broke into some random person's
Probably.
backyard.
They probably didn't have to break in.
Like,
Ferris
it
probably
seems
had
too
a key or
dangerous for
something.
Ferris to be at his house.
Oh yeah.
And it's obviously not Cameron's because of the setup. So.
Yeah.
There goes Cameron.
Oh, Cameron. Fuck.
So, okay, obviously two people could have the same boombox.
Yes.
Things are mass produced, they're sold everywhere.
Yeah.
But in the real world of production of this movie, it's the same boombox the girls carrying. Right? They didn't buy two
Probably.
for the production, they just recycled it.
Unless they were cheap.
Yeah.
But they were on sale. It was
Okay,
like buy
I got
one
a
get one
question for you
free.
here. It looks like they're just in their underwear.
Uh huh.
I mean, those could clearly be boxers that Ferris is wearing. And,
Yeah.
And Cameron. They could be swim trunks, but they're a little short
Yeah.
for that too. Sloane looks like she's in an underwear set. That doesn't look like a swimsuit at all, does it?
From what I'm seeing, not really.
It looks fancier than the underwear most of the girls I knew in high school would have been wearing, but it still looks like underwear, right?
Yeah.
So later on, she's going to say to Cameron, you know, did you see me when I was changing by the jacuzzi? Or changing out of my clothes, or something like that.
Uh huh.
What did he see? It looks like she just took off her clothes.
I don't know.
Clearly they were going to be in the water together, so he was going to see her in whatever she's wearing now. Are they actually at her house, and she took off her other clothes and went in and put on another set of underwear?
It's very possible.
I mean, really?
I just want to say with the sort of makeup and whatnot.
And I'm pretty sure we saw those straps. Maybe she didn't
I
have
don't
some
know.
seer straps.
But Sloan, if they ever wanted to remake this movie in more recent times, they could easily have Peyton List do it. They look so similar, like the eyeliner or something. Those actresses. I kept noticing that last night because it kept making me think of
And here's Charlie Sheen appropriately playing a drug
Charlie.
addict.
Yeah, some random dude.
yeah, just some
Who
random
we see
dude
for
that
5
Judy's
minutes.
gonna make out with.
His dad is Hank Pym in the Marvel movies.
Nice.
It's Martin Sheen.
This guy's part of one of the quickest love stories in cinema
And
history.
the
Right.
jock in the Breakfast Club,
Yeah.
that's Emilio Estevez. That's his brother.
Nice.
Their real last name is Estevez, and just Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen use a stage name.
Nice.
Emilio Estevez was in another one of my favorite 80s movies, Young Guns, and they were both in, Charlie and Emilio were in Men at Work together. I like that movie a lot. And Charlie Sheen's in Major League. Another good 80s movie.
I don't think I've seen any
He's
of
also in Hot Shots, which might be a 90s movie, but it's sort of a parody series along the lines of Airplane or The Naked Gun. Parodying, like action movies, like war movies and stuff. I think Dylan would get a kick out of it, if not you.
Nice.
I was a pretty big Charlie Sheen fan in the 80s, though.
Definitely a name I've
Until he
heard.
went fucking crazy.
I'm sorry.
He kind of looks like a... He looks similar to Judd Nelson's character in Breakfast Club, honestly.
Nice.
Judd Nelson's character Bender has longer hair, but it's the same hair, just his is cut shorter. And he has the same, like, you know, dark circles under the eyes. And look at the face. He doesn't look dissimilar
It's
to
your
Bender.
typical 80s rebel.
Rebel, tore your dress.
Like I said, typical 80s rebel.
How you tore your dress, what a mess. And I confess, that's not all. Don't go shame, darling, don't go shame.
I do have to say that I do like 80s hair.
80s hair is good,
Well,
except for
whose
mullets.
hair in this is exactly 80s hair? Because that's
No,
just Jennifer Garner's hair. Her hair looks like that every time you've ever seen her.
Every decade.
And I mean, Charlie Sheen's hair there is not exactly 80s hair.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about mainly women's hair. Have they always had kind
She
of
just
the
got a
big
perm.
curls? Exactly. Perms. Best hair, though, goes back.
And she was married
what?
to Coulson.
What?
I don't. Jennifer Grey was married to Coulson
Oh my gosh, she was.
until just recently. I don't think they're together anymore.
I forgot about
She got a nose job and made herself unrecognizable.
that. I was talking about hair, and then you completely threw me off.
Sorry, I had one MCU connection. I figured I should throw out another one.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller. He's the
I don't
man.
think any car will have its odometer roll backwards by driving backwards. I'm pretty sure the odometer continues to go up as long as the car's moving.
I think so.
Yeah, they test that on Mythbusters.
I know
something.
I've heard it
They
somewhere.
may have.
Either Mythbusters or something online.
But I'm pretty sure as long as the wheels are moving, the odometer's counting
Yeah.
up. That's the whole point of it, is how far the car is
Yeah. I just want to point out that if ever I manage to have a fancy car, I need it in red, bright red. Okay, like that kind of red.
going. Well, his shirt's inside out now.
Okay.
Why is his shirt inside out all of a sudden? Is that intentional?
Because he took it off and put it on inside
But is it?
out.
But
at
wait a
some
minute. Is it
point.
the same shirt?
Yes, I can see the design.
I can see a design. I don't know if it's the same.
I'm pretty
design.
sure
that
it's
looks
the
like
same
it looks
design.
like lettering.
I don't know.
Did something happen in the shirt and they had to turn this inside out so it didn't look like a different shirt?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm so curious.
Yeah, now I'm saying that.
It looks lighter, but that could have happened from him falling in the pool too. I had a black T-shirt and I went swimming in my friend's pool and it came out. It was a brown T-shirt.
Nice. I mean, nice if it wasn't a really special.
See, did you see me change my clothes by the jacuzzi? It doesn't look like she changed her clothes. Oh, what? No, it could have been afterwards because he was.
Maybe.
No, because she's like, I thought you were supposed to be catatonic, and at that point, by the time they got dressed, he had woken up and admitted that he's fine. So it would have had to have been before. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Do you really? I mean, especially if you're at your house, do you not have a swimsuit you can change into?
I would assume so. Maybe she doesn't have a key to get in, though.
That's weird. Just like his shirt being inside out is weird.
Well,
There's definitely wording on his shirt. Did he have wording on his shirt earlier, or did he just have the symbol?
just a symbol, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, then that's a different shirt. And it's probably inside out because they didn't want it to look like a different shirt.
Probably.
Something probably happened before they shot that. Maybe, something happened before they shot these scenes and they didn't have the same shirt.
Yeah. Did he? So I guess he just threw the hockey jersey on over his shirt to go out.
Yeah, because when he was at Ferris's house, he
Okay.
didn't have it on him. He had taken it off. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's wearing it like a sweater, like
Yeah.
more like a jacket almost.
Fair enough. No, are we all looking up the shirt now?
I was just trying to find a picture of him in the shirt because all the pictures have him in the fucking hockey jersey.
I'm just trying to see if somebody has made a note of it.
No, there's definitely no writing on the shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be on the back. I don't know if we ever see it from the back. But it's definitely just the logo.
Just saying, that symbol on his shirt is definitely yellow, right?
Yeah.
Because according to this person,
Look, that's a
it's
completely
white.
different shirt. Yeah, look, that's a
That
totally...
doesn't even look like the same shirt from a minute ago.
Well, I don't know. We were only seeing the. I can't tell if there's.
Yeah, but
or not.
oh my gosh. Yeah, that's definitely a different shirt though.
Yeah. And I mean, thematically, if they wanted him to have changed his shirt in the movie, they would show it.
Yeah.
So clearly something happened to the other shirt, and they're just disguising it here.
Yeah.
And look, Sloane's clothes are different now, too. Because she had that blue... Remember she had like a blue tank top on over her white shirt, or it was a shirt that had white sleeves with the blue, and now she just got a white shirt.
Yeah.
But I remember I was questioning at the ball game why she had the blue on, because I don't remember seeing that in the other shots.
You know, the only time I very noticeably saw the blue was
At the ball
pool.
game. No. She at the ball game she didn't have her jacket on.
Uh-huh.
She had like a dark blue.
Oh, dark blue.
It almost looked like a tank top over top of a white shirt.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't notice it that well earlier, but she had her jacket on mostly earlier. But now she clearly doesn't have the blue part on, is what I'm saying.
He's kicking the car.
And again, she could have changed her clothes.
Definitely, especially if they were at her.
But that has nothing to do with Cameron seeing her change her clothes, because after they got out of the pool, he was done being catatonic. Or pretending to be catatonic. And I still hate Cameron's shoes, I'm sorry. I'm not a dress shoe guy.
I like
He's
them in the
kicking
weight
the car.
situation.
You like
He's
what?
playing Street
I like
Fighter
dress
2.
shoes in the weight situation.
On the camera, play Street Fighter 2. It's the bonus level.
Cameron has so many problems.
Gotta beat up the
I
car.
love him though.
This cannot be a good day for Cameron when his dad gets home.
No.
I don't know what went on, but even if his dad was understanding at all, that's gonna hurt. I don't mean physically like his dad beat him. I mean his dad, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Having to deal with all that shit, so.
Yeah.
This is the
Just beating up the car like that was gonna make for a bad day, but in a minute when it goes out the window.
real bad.
Yeah.
He should probably just jump out the window. Just go running. Just don't
That's
come
a
back.
window and entire car.
Just avoid it altogether.
But yeah, that is a completely different shirt. And there's nothing on the back, so it's not like he turned the shirt
Yeah.
around.
They were just hoping people wouldn't notice.
How? 35 years, I've never noticed that.
Exactly.
That's why you always stop your car.
Oh.
Okay, never leave your car running. You might drive
Now
backwards
he
out
just
of the window.
freezes again like shit.
Now that's how Cameron goes catatonic. In the movie, he gets carted away to a hospital.
I don't think
That's
this
the
day.
dark ending.
I don't think this day went 100% according to Ferris's plan.
No, that is all planned.
You killed the
Right.
car.
Car's dead. He killed Lightning McQueen.
No, that's Owen Wilson.
Loki.
Exactly.
No, that's Tom Hiddleston.
Facts.
Mythology. I'm gonna say Greek mythology.
That's
But
Zeus.
Loki isn't
Oh, that's Norse mythology.
Odin.
I was reading
Cameron picks
something.
up a piece of glass and just cuts his fucking wrists.
God.
No.
Okay,
no.
okay. Wait.
No,
I just
no,
want to
no,
say though.
no,
Last
no.
night when we were watching the movie, I'm like, how dark does this movie get? Because he could easily grab glass right now. I was thinking something, or him just putting his hand there.
No.
He'd accidentally do something.
No.
I mean, it is an 80s movie.
But
Age
y'all were
movies
just
aren't
saying
bad.
Loki and Odin and Norse mythology. Recently, I was reading an article thing
Okay.
that was talking about the new Loki series, and for some reason it mentioned how it's coming out on Wednesdays instead of Fridays or not. And the person makes a comment saying, well, of course, all these other Norse gods have their days. Thor got Thursday,
Yeah, you told me
Frigga
this
got
before, I'm
Friday.
pretty sure.
Yeah, but they list that and just don't acknowledge that Wednesday already belongs to a Norse god. Like, Odin kind of already has that day. So Loki
Why
kind of
the
can't.
oldest day?
It's Wednesday, based off his other name, Rodin. Because it would have been Rodin's day.
Woden's
And it
Day,
became Wednesday.
Yeah, it doesn't sound anything like
Wednesday. It's
Wednesday.
technically how it's spelled.
And that's Woden's Day.
Yep.
Why is it Woden and Odin? Odin.
Dan, the
Rodin's
painter.
one of his other things.
Yo, I'm Woden
Tuesday is Tyr, Thursday is Thur, Frigga is Friday.
Oh, that's not exactly the same.
Totally. I can buy Odin with Wednesday easier. They just cut her name in
Odin
half.
sounds more like Wednesday than Frigga sounds like Friday. It's literally the same first 3 letters.
Yeah, but you know, and
Woden starts with an R.
No, the W. It's Woden.
Wait. Woden starts with a W?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Woden.
You're saying Woden?
Yes.
I thought you said Rodin.
Yeah, I thought it was Woden, like in Final Fantasy.
Y'all notice
There's a summon named Woden.
In the background, Jeannie and Charlie Sheen are making out.
Yes.
You can actually see him through the window when her mom's in there talking.
Yeah.
Detective Stevens.
Quickest relationship in cinema history.
But what do you think of Katie's jacket?
It's alright.
Not big on shoulder pads.
No.
They
no.
were a thing, though.
I've been given clothes with shoulder
In
pads,
fact,
and I
there's a
just sit there
relationship that
like,
came out of
why?
nowhere.
Oh, it did. It 100% did. But, you know.
I'm just confused out here.
Because why not? One bird teenager, and I'm going to assume he's playing a younger adult teenager person.
Younger adult teenage person.
Who wears a tank top with a leather jacket?
Who doesn't? I don't know, because I personally wouldn't. I don't wear tank tops.
I'm just saying, that's like 2 extremes. Is it cold or is it warm, you know?
Yes.
It's warm, but it's Chicago.
Chicago.
It's
actually,
chilly.
it's in the 70s this day, according to the weather. He really probably didn't need the leather jacket. Although Ferris...
But it's a city.
But he's a
It's a
cool
windy
guy.
city.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. He needs to wear the glass.
Based on our experiences in Philly, I trust that it might be 70, but it feels cold.
Yeah, I guess they were at her house. She must have left her jacket there because she doesn't have it now.
Yeah.
Or her purse, I don't think.
I don't know. You know,
For
you
the
think
first
he's doing
time
all
in
this,
his
and he has
life.
everything planned out so perfectly.
just fine.
How does he end up having to race home like this?
Well, I think Cameron going catatonic in the car crash probably
Yeah.
adjusted his timeline just a bit.
Probably.
Yeah.
He didn't have those planned.
True.
Look, most things.
But you know, being smart, you should always plan time for things to go wrong. Because if something's gonna go wrong, it's gonna go wrong.
There's one little bit coming up here y'all gotta be quiet for because I think y'all missed it last night. And I know you're not gonna hear it now, but you'll be able to read the dialogue at least.
Okay.
A Cartier wristwatch.
Nice.
A nice kiss.
Bye.
Jumps over the thing.
And also, I don't think.
Wait. I love you too. And then her line here I always liked. He's gonna marry me.
Nice.
Because now I need to know if they got married. I hope they did,
Right.
but you know.
But also, I don't think he planned to be in the parade.
He may have.
No, I think he did that to impress Cameron.
Maybe.
That was an ad lib.
Yeah.
But he may have planned to be there at the parade, which would have been about the same time, so. So lucky that she threw her papers into her face and everything.
Yeah. And this is when it becomes Phineas and Ferb.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, for
Farius and Ferb. That doesn't work.
Well,
I would say Ferris and Genie, but that doesn't really work either.
no.
Ferris and Ferris. And my phone fell.
Go first, go.
They did a play off this for a car commercial just a couple years ago
Nice.
with Matthew Broderick reprising his role and having to I guess he was racing through or maybe somebody, I don't remember. We'd have to watch the commercial, but they did like a remake of it.
Nice.
Probably a Super Bowl commercial. That type of
Probably.
thing.
Going.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Product placement. That's the third Pepsi can we've seen.
Nice.
My mom.
Cola's better.
With the Audi. Did you say cola?
Yeah, I make Coca-Cola.
Pepsi is Cola.
Yeah, I was about to correct myself.
I do kind of look. This is kind of cute. Like, oh, hi, ladies. But
But at the same time, you're
He's
trying to get
slow.
home.
well, no.
And
it's
he's
not
with
that.
Sloan.
It's funny that he stops to see him and he's trying to get home. That's the funny part. But you do kind of feel bad. Like, well, wait, he loves Sloan.
Yeah, it was both for
No,
me.
it doesn't mean. It
I was like, bro, you
Just goes
gotta get
right
home.
back.
Ferris does like to make friends too, so he's
Yeah.
obviously connected to everybody.
Everybody almost gets in a crash. See, he's clueless in this movie. He's not paying attention to anything.
He's very much like the dad in Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Facts.
Fans
Yeah,
it's a based off
I
Ferris
do see some,
Bueller.
some of the
Right.
DNA of Phineas and Ferb from here.
How many?
I've always said it was sort of a spawn of Kim Possible, I guess, is a hybrid of Kim Possible and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes.
It really very much is, though, the more you think about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what made Phineas and Ferb.
Especially
How
with
many do
Ferris
you-
getting away with everything and
Yeah, exactly.
this
That's
is
what
the
I'm
getting
saying.
mad.
Yeah. How many times do you
And the
think Dan
stairs having a little
Palmeier?
old lady who can barely see over the steering wheel.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, Phineas and Ferb don't intentionally try to get away with it.
Yeah.
They just do their thing, and they just happen to get away with it. They don't. I don't even know if they realize they need to get away with it. I'm sure they think if their parents saw it, isn't this cool?
I feel as though there's been at least once or twice that they've been like, oh, we should show Mom. Oh, man, it's
Yeah,
gone.
exactly.
And I was like, how mad would you be
Yeah, I
if
mean,
your
look, he's
children
clearly
were
looking at Ferris.
geniuses?
I mean, I think I would recognize y'all.
Yes,
Even-
yes, you
even if it's in
would.
profile. I know he wasn't looking directly at him, and I guess to be fair, he wasn't expecting to see him there. And he's got to glance
Yeah.
back to the road.
The only reason you wouldn't see us is because you were driving and we were looking at the road.
Like that he cuts
But
through
if
the
you
house.
actually looked over at us, you would recognize us. I remember there was one time y'all went go shopping and I was hanging out with a friend or something. Like I'd stayed the night and I was running down one of the roads that y'all drove past.
Best trampoline jump ever.
Exactly. He could
And
probably.
Ferris breaks both his legs on landing and
Right.
has to crawl through the backyard. No.
He could probably win the Olympics or something. Probably would. He wouldn't even mean to. He wouldn't even mean to be in the Olympics. That's how Ferris is stuff. How many cars do they have? Three?
Yeah. Mom, Dad without a car, and Gina.
Man, they got
with a car.
home at the same
That's a
time.
lot of cars.
And Mom was
That's
going to
some
use
good
her
timing.
permission to buy Ferris a car, but she didn't make the sale because she had to go get Janie from the police station. To be fair, the dog door's right there. I'm pretty sure Ferris could have crawled through it.
He knows better than to deal with calling for a dog
That
door.
is a big look. There's plenty of room to get through there. And now Rooney's stolen their key.
Committing another crime.
So many crimes.
It's like even
Crimes
if Cats is
Rooney.
fast, he has committed like plenty of crimes in this movie. He's tried to
All
break
Ferris
it
did
in.
was,
to-
skip school.
Actually, he did break it into.
Then they have proof sitting on their kitchen
he
floor.
knocked out the fucking dog. He stole a key.
Oh, plus his car got towed earlier, so he's got all those tickets too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parking in front of a fire hydrant, that's technically a crime.
Yeah.
Little bastard.
But just so he could have
God
caught
damn,
him,
that's a lot of flowers.
proved it to his parents, and his parents would have been sitting there like, and you're on our property harassing our son. Why? It wouldn't have gone well for him no matter what.
And in the end, she covers for him.
Of course.
Yeah.
He said he's 24 around now.
Yeah.
Especially in that shot, he does not look 24.
I like his little coming up here.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a terrible day for him.
What?
It's a terrible day for him.
Yeah. Principal Rooney and the not so good, terrible, whatever title name day. I couldn't
Look, to be
remember
fair,
the
he
title
brought a lot of it
the
on
book.
himself.
Very much so. What
Like-
is the name of that book, though?
So did she ever put him to the police, or?
Okay, here you go.
She just sicked her dog on him.
Yeah. You could have checked
Dog's
for broken
backup.
stuff.
What, Dylan?
Dog's back up. Okay, I've got the title.
Yeah, see, that's why I think he was just chilling, because he ate a big meal of flowers.
Yeah. I thought
If you
maybe he
knock
just
out a dog,
temporarily.
the dog's gonna get back up.
I thought maybe he
Who
just
brought all those
temporarily-
flowers in, though?
I have no
Nobody's
idea.
been home.
Nobody locked the door though.
Oh, so delivery
She's
people were
been
in the
home.
80s? No, she went
She
to
was
the
at
police
the police
station.
Oh yeah.
She was home, but she closed the door on the delivery people.
Yeah.
And now for the most intense
Who knows?
throw ever.
Good thing he caught that ball today.
Right. This wasn't part of his
I
plan.
bet Dumbledore planned it all that way.
Definitely.
I hit the
And
button.
it lands in the glove.
Well, of course.
That was a great.
Hey, wait, his... maybe we're facing the... Yeah, we are, because it had the Simple Minds posted the other way. I was going to say, obviously, where's his trench coat? Did he leave it in Cameron's car? That's now at the bottom of the
Maybe.
fountain?
Maybe.
I was going to say his trench coat should be gone, but the mannequin it was on should still be there. I mean, obviously, he chucked his hat at the beginning. Did he just
Yeah.
chuck his trench coat somewhere?
Probably.
So he's saying he has to graduate in June. So when does this take place? Dan, he said he graduates in like, was it a couple weeks or a couple months?
I'm guessing it's May.
Yeah.
It's either April or May, I'd say.
I don't think. You think I'm getting the 70s in April and
I'm not.
I don't know.
Early on, he said either a couple weeks or a couple months. You know, back when.
It's definitely no earlier than April.
Maybe it doesn't matter what he's saying right now, because even if time-wise or whatever, they're probably like, he's sick, he doesn't know what he's talking about, sort of thing. Like, if it would have made more sense for him to say...
He's sick, he's a dumbass.
Well, he still knows he's graduating. I mean, he's still graduating in June, no matter what month it is now.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no, there's the Simple Minds post. Well, shit, where's the mannequin then? Because the mannequin was, I guess...
Was the mannequin the thing in the bed?
Yeah.
Oh.
The mannequin was in the bed.
Thank y'all for that. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I didn't notice the mannequin the first time, other than when it was in the bed.
It had the trench coat and his fedora on it when you first see him.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's a well put together movie. You got little things in the background going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a classic.
Pretty good.
And has one of the first post-credit scenes, too. So another connection to the MCU. And we have to sit here and watch the credits because of that.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, there's something going on throughout the whole credits, which is nice as well.
Yeah.
4 years of chasing him.
I think that's a Yugo in the background there.
I just want to say, it's
And I have, like,
6
70
o'clock
tickets on his call.
at the time of this happening.
Yeah.
One, nobody thought, where did Principal Mooney go?
How expensive is a ticket for...
But also, those kids are
Okay.
getting home late.
Yeah.
That bus is still packed.
I was going to say, too.
Well, no,
with
I
the
don't know.
bus.
Maybe Ferris's parents got off work early that day. Maybe they don't work super late in what they do.
What time did her watch say? Because his goal was to be home by 6.
Okay.
And he looks at the watch and is like, oh man, I gotta get
look.
home.
The first AD was Stephen Lim. I'm pretty sure that was the name of the detective.
Nice.
Might have been spelled differently. Or it might have been Stephen Lynn, but it was very close to that.
Nice. But yeah, 6 o'clock, that bus is awfully packed. I remember elementary school. Yeah, I mean, we got home, what, 3:30, 4 o'clock?
I mean, to be fair, I could see him getting out of school at like 4 o'clock. But yeah, I wouldn't expect it to still be that packed with students.
Exactly. Like, I know I had some friends that claimed to
Wait,
get
what
home.
does it say?
I don't know.
Malernhofer Bros. Incorporated?
I have no idea. I claimed to get home 5:30, 6 o'clock, but still.
I mean, I would think like the name of the school would be on the side. But I
Yeah.
guess not necessarily. It's been a long time since I've paid attention to a school bus. But yeah, I mean, that thing is packed. That thing just left the school.
Exactly.
I guess it could be an activities bus or something. Maybe it's like a club or something.
Maybe.
They have a bus. That's a possibility.
It's all the clubs.
It's a bit of a stretch, but
It looks like it has multiple grades. Like,
well, you could have
big
multiple
difference.
grades in an activity.
well, yeah. I'm also just pointing out that would help explain packness as well a bit. Because, like, my morning elementary school would have had middle school bus would have had less students, but it also picked up at an elementary school at the same time.
Yeah.
So.
And of course, like I said, I went to a school that had all grades.
Yeah.
So we had, students of all ages on the bus.
Yeah, and obviously when you're doing all grades, you're going to end up with some more students, But also, you said something about the side of the bus, and now I've been sitting here like, what do they say on the side of the bus? Does it just say public school bus?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't have the name of the school.
Well, like I say, the private school I went to, it had the name of the school on
Well,
the side.
yeah.
But they also had their own, almost all the buses were painted green.
Yeah.
We had
Green buses?
We had like 2 yellow buses. They were
That's
mostly
illegal.
painted green.
Our city buses are green.
But so
All
obviously,
school buses
then
must
they
be
did their
yellow.
own paint job. But I think they at least say, like around here, like North Carolina Public Schools or something.
Yeah, that's what they say, I think.
And I know there's most of the buses are made by Thomas, and there's like a Thomas logo plate.
Thomas
on
the
the
Tank
bus.
Engine?
Yep.
But it's not like the whole side of the bus.
Yeah. Because that's what I was thinking,
Save
because with
Ferris on the
the
notebook.
with the yellow public school buses, of course, they're warning for all of the
It
schools.
took a really long time for that bus to
Yes.
get off.
Yes. There were so many times on the bus where the bus driver would
And
be
credits
telling
are
us
done,
to
and
sit down.
oh my gosh, there's still something going on. What have we got? It's
Stop
Ferris.
moving. So
Hi, Ferris.
that was quite a
What
while.
wittyism does Ferris have to say? Witticism. You're still here?
Yeah,
Movie's over.
it's over. Go home.
Oh.
Dad was better timed on that.
Go.
I think we've seen a play like that in another movie.
I think so.
We've seen almost that exact same thing done. And we
Yeah.
get the mountain again for
Yay.
the Paramount Gulf Western Company.
Nice.
Alright, and that was 1986's Ferris Bueller, one of my favorite movies from the 80s. Top 20, probably.
Good movie.
Because I've learned recently in all this 80s stuff we've been doing, there's a lot of movies from the 80s that I really liked.
There's a lot of movies
And
from
this
the
was definitely
80s.
one of them, so we were glad to share it with you on a couple days after its 35th anniversary.
And it's like a lot of classics come from the 80s, is what I'm learning. Like, I mean, every decade.
I mean, that's
kinda-
why they're called classics.
Speaking of,
That's
next
like
week,
every
we're going to
decade
go to commentary
has
for
that thing.
another one of my favorite 80s movies.
Yes.
Should we give it away?
I'll leave that to you.
And it will actually be releasing on the exact anniversary of its release back in 1986.
Yes.
We'll give you a teaser. It's actually a sequel to
Yes.
another classic 80s movie.
Yes.
And I'm very
From
excited.
June 20th, 1986.
That movie,
so make sure you come back then when the
movie.
conversation will continue. But until then, I will continue to be Maddie.
Lexi.
Dylan.
And this is LexiCon concluded.
Bye.